And the only time that these two teams have met this season was back on the 5th of February. That game was in Alliance, or check that, down here in Sidney. And Sidney came away, I should say, with the 56-36 win. For Sidney, the number 1 seed in this district, 20-2 on the year. They will start this way. It'll be Megan Ross, 5'6", and a senior. Nicole Berner, 5'7", and a junior. Maddie Johnson, 6 foot, and a junior. Janae Brower, 5'7", and a senior. And Caitlin Sylvester, 5'9", and a senior here tonight. Sidney, as you can see in the white uniforms, they are the home team with red letters and numbers on their uniforms here tonight. Our opening tip brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. It's love at 425 degrees. And don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal. Alliance, they are coming off of a win Saturday in Brush, Colorado. They defeated Brush 68-48. And as we said, Sidney right now with a 14-game losing streak. As the ball is up and the tip is controlled by Alliance. They will work from left to right here in this first half. They go inside to Blythe Bonas, and Blythe gets Alliance on the board first. 2-0 here, just underway, first quarter. At the Sidney end, Sylvester bounces it. Ross on the far side. They work it around to the left side. 2-3, check that, a 2-1-2 zone for Sidney here. Inside to Johnson, nothing doing, kick it back out. Nicole Berner, and traveling the call. That'll give the ball right back to Alliance. They lead it 2-0 here. Just underway here in the first quarter. Oleg Mueller brings it front court for Alliance. High post to Shoemaker. They lob inside. Emerson Siza, she can't score at baseline. And Blythe Bonas with the rebound putback. And Alliance, the number 4 seed, jumping out to an early lead here in the first quarter. High post, Maddie Johnson on the right side. Skip pass to Megan Ross for 3, in and out. Ross had 7 threes in her last outing, set a school record with 21 points. Quickly the other way is Alliance. Rolls, kicks it, cross-court pass inside once again to Siza. That's tipped away, and Alliance will come the other way, trailing by 4. Megan Ross holds it out front for the Lady Raiders. Alliance staying in that zone. Janae Brower out on the right wing. 3 ball as Ross comes up short. Rebound far sideline. Took a minute for the official to realize that Blythe Bonas was out of bounds. So it'll stay at the Sidney end here. 6:20 left. Ross wide open 3, misses that one. Sizer runs down the rebound. Up the right sideline, Shoemaker. They try to go inside. 2 rolls, and it goes over her head, out of bounds. And almost 2 minutes into this game, Sidney looking for their first points on the season. Brower to Caitlin Sylvester to the basket. Caitlin Sylvester comes up just a little bit short, and Alliance will come the other way. Quickly ahead, Riley rolls as ball knocked out of her hands. And it'll go over to Sidney here with 5:53 left here in the first quarter. Sidney quickly the other way. Nicole Berner loses handle on the pass, and Alliance will come up with it. Shoemaker up the right side. Looking, has it tipped away. Regains, pull-up jumper baseline. Rebound tipped around, pulled down by Sylvester. Sidney from right to left. Up to the left side, goes up and under with the right hand, but we'll whistle and a foul on the play. And that will send Sylvester to the line for Sidney as Caitlin Sylvester will step to the free throw line. Misses the first one. Checking in for Sidney is Carly Sylvester, along with Kendra Nesbitt. 5:29 left here in the first quarter. Sidney still looking for their first points. They don't get it there. High off the back iron as Siza comes down with the rebound. Oleg Mueller up the floor against Maddie Johnstone, just checked into the Sidney lineup. Oleg Mueller has it go off his foot. Loose ball on the floor. And the possession arrow gives it to Sidney. Close to 3 minutes into this contest. Sidney still looking for their first points. Here's Ross with it, center court. Left side pass, Johnstone, Sylvester, right side now, Ross. Ross pulling it out. On the left side now for Sidney. Sylvester with it, drives right side, cut off. Back outside to Ross. Ross driving right side, throws it up with the right hand, doesn't go. Rebound tipped around as Carly Sylvester had it for just a minute. And it'll go over. It'll be a Sidney shooting foul as Blythe Bonas picks up her first personal, second team on Alliance. Carly Sylvester, the 5'11 sophomore, misses on the first one. In for Alliance, Jordan Hopp. And Carly Sylvester, second one on the way, and Alliance still leading 4-0. Sidney still looking for their first basket as Rolls drives and scores for Alliance. Makes it 6-0 here about halfway through the first quarter. Bounce inside, down low, Sylvester. Kick out, Sylvester to Sylvester. Dumps down low, ball stolen away by Alliance. Head to Oleg Mueller. Up the near sideline, top of the key. Here's Riley Rolls with it. Oleg Mueller beyond the arc. Top of the key from 17 feet out. Siza scores it. And Emerson Siza makes it 8-0 Alliance with 4:10 left here in the first quarter. And we'll keep it right here on a 30-second timeout. I'd like to welcome all of our viewers on Allo Channel 15 and Mobius Channel 1500. And we will also have Scottsbluff Gehring, the second game in this B7 Subdistrict, following this one, and you'll be able to also hear that one on the radio on 960 AM, 100.3 FM, KNEB. Jeff Kelly with you here this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here in Sidney, Nebraska. Championship game tomorrow night right here. Olivia Knapp checking in for Alliance, and now Alliance skips into a 1-3-1 zone. Brower starts to drive left side of the basket, off the glass, can't score it. Sylvester finally gets Sidney on the board, and that comes with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Inside, Jordan Hopp has a pass stolen away. Quickly ahead, they get it ahead to Johnstone. Cross-court pass, tipped away, loose, as Nesbitt called for over and back as the ball went into the backcourt, but had not been touched by an Alliance player prior to that. So an early 8-2 lead for Alliance, the number 4 seed here in this B-8 Subdistrict here from Sidney. Oleg Mueller holds, top of the key, Janae Shoemaker for a 3-ball. And Janae Shoemaker, her first points of the game. 11-2, Alliance leads into the first quarter. Maddie Johnson on the Sidney side gets one to drop through for her to make it 11-4. Riley Rolls driving off the front iron, pulled down by Janae Brower. On the push, left side, drives baseline, kick out, Johnstone for a 3, counted. And Maddie Johnstone cuts the Alliance lead to 4 at 11-7. Here with 2:43 left in the first half. Driving, Jordan Hopp to the basket. Shot doesn't go. Rebound pulled down. Brower, she'll pull it out on the left side. Now drive baseline, pull up jumper for her. Misses the mark, rebound pulled down. Quickly they work it back to Brower. Johnstone holds a play catch with it out front against a 1-3-1 Alliance zone. Brower, the left-hander, misses off of that one. Long rebound, it'll go out of bounds. It'll remain, or go over to Alliance as Blythe Bonas, along with Emerson Siza, check into the Alliance lineup. Checking back in for Sidney is Caitlin Sylvester along with Megan Ross. Oleg Mueller in the backcourt gets it across just in front of the count. Rolls, Bonas inside the arc left side, off the mark. Siza with the rebound. Bonas lobs it down low, finds Siza. Emerson Siza with 4, 13-7. Sidney quickly up the floor. Alliance with the lead, and Ross can't handle the pass. And another turnover for Sidney. Gives it to Alliance as they lead it by 6 points here. So we counted down, 1:39 left in the first quarter. Oleg Mueller picks up her dribble. Ball's going to go backcourt. They'll say Alliance touched it. Rolls picks it up. Back to Billy Alvarado, who's into the Alliance lineup. And tipped out of bounds. It'll remain at the Alliance end as they work from left to right here in this first half. Triggered in by to Oleg Mueller, to Rolls. She holds on the left side. Skip pass, errant pass picked up there by Nicole Berner on the run out, and she's fouled on the shot attempt, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul was on Alliance's Megan Oleg Mueller, her first third team foul on the Bulldogs. As Berner, the 5'7" junior, misses the first one, she'll get a second one here to try to cut into this 6-point Alliance lead as she drains 1 out of 2. 13-8 as Alliance turns it over once again. Coming up the floor. And out of the timeout, Shoemaker checking in. Oleg Mueller will take a seat on the bench. We near the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. Ross on top, left side, Johnstone holds it. Down in the corner. One hand pass. High post, Johnson working around the outside of the arc. Johnstone drives and kicks. To Sylvester to the basket, too strong. Rebound put back. Nicole Berner. And that makes it a 3-point Alliance lead here. 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shoemaker drives right side, pull up jumper off the glass. Rebound tipped around, loose on the floor, picked up by Sidney into the hands of Ross. Quickly up the floor, Sylvester bounces down low, Berner, and she lays it up and in. And the Alliance lead has been cut to 1 with 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. Check that, Shoemaker, a deep 3, and the rebound by Siza goes off of her hands, off the bottom of the basket, and out of bounds with 7 seconds left. So Sidney with a chance to take a lead to close out this first quarter here from the Cabela's Athletic Facility. As Nicole Berner thought she was going to take the inbounds, and no, she wanted her to sit on the bench. Megan Ross into the front court, 6 seconds left, 4 seconds left. Here's Sylvester for a 3-ball, back iron, and that ends the first quarter. First quarter in the books. It's Alliance 13, Sidney 12 on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us.
This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine.
Hey, this chair is just right.
This bed is way too hard.
It's perfect for me.
This bed is way too soft.
Just what I needed. This bed is just right.
So come on over to Leave Heads.
Athletic facility here in Sidney as we start the second quarter. Alliance holding on to a 1-point lead. Alliance in the blue uniforms. They try to go inside to Blythe Bonas. And the ball knocked away by Sidney. It'll remain at the Alliance end. On the inbound, lob it out on top. Siza from 13 feet away. Won't go, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go over to Sidney. And Sidney did not get their first points in that first quarter until 3 minutes and 50 seconds were left. And they can take their first lead here on this possession. Alliance remaining in that 1-3-1 zone. And Sidney working it across the arc as Jaylee Shaw is checked into the Sidney lineup. Skip pass, and she'll throw it way over the head of Janae Brower. And turn it back over to Alliance. Siza Shoemaker rolls Oligmuller and Bonas for Alliance. Shaw, Brower, Ross, Sylvester, and Sylvester on the floor for Sidney. Oligmuller brings it up the floor. Check that Shoemaker. Pass thrown away, picked up by Ross. Trying to beat that zone down the floor. Ross, top of the key three, count that one. And Sidney takes their first lead of the game. 7:04 left here in the first half. Oligmuller into the front court. Rolls, drives, skip pass Oligmuller for three. As she drains that one, her first points of the game. And Alliance jumps back up by one. Shaw works at top of the key now on the dribble. Sylvester bounced down low. Caitlin to Carly, and Carly fouled as she goes to the basket. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. And for Megan Oligmuller, that will be her fourth team foul. Sidney still sitting at 0 as far as team fouls. Sylvester off on the first one. Billy Alvarado into the Alliance lineup. Nicole Berner back in for the Lady Raiders as Sylvester with her third point of the game. And we're tied at 16. Sidney has had one lead in this game here in the second quarter. Full court pressure set up by Sidney as Rolls brings it up the far sideline. She's fouled as she comes up the floor. Fouled there by Janae Brower. So it will remain at the Alliance end. So we've got 6.5 minutes left here in the first half. Alvarado holds, rolls, top of the key. Left side now. As Alvarado has it, swarmed by Berner. Picks up her dribble, looking. Now rolls, pops out. They lob it inside for Emerson Siza. And they had defense on both sides of Emerson on her way to the University of Wyoming to play volleyball. So the ball remains with the Alliance as the inbounds tipped away. Berner getting in there. Sidney, the #1 seed, in this district. Alliance with the ball, rolls, looking inside for Siza. Back to Bonas, drives off the glass. Siza's rebound putback doesn't go. And Emerson thought maybe she had been fouled, but the officials did not see it that way. So it'll remain at the Alliance end. They'll lob it out on top. Riley rolls, has it tipped away from behind. And it'll stay at the Alliance end. Last Tuesday night, Alliance was down here, lost 56-36. Inbounds comes, intended for Shoemaker, and she can't corral it and give it right back to Sidney. In that game, Sidney led 13-10 at the end of the first quarter last Tuesday night. Skip pass. Alliance works it into the corner for Megan Ross, her second three of the game. And Sidney, a three-point lead as Rolls drives at the other end, counted, and she's fouled. Riley Rolls. Let's see if they count the basket. As some substitutions, they do count the basket, and a chance for Riley Rolls, shooting 50% on the year. Looking for the traditional three-point play right here. And she can't get it, but Blythe Bonas there, her putback too strong, gets it back again, and she's fouled on the putback, and they'll call a jump ball, and the possession arrow will give it to Sidney. Checking in on the Alliance side is Megan Oligmuller. 19-18. Sidney by one. Ross into the front court for Sidney. Down in the corner, Johnson. Maddie on the dribble, and double dribble called on Maddie Johnson. And a turnover for Sidney. Give it back to Alliance as Alliance jumped out to an 8-0 lead in the first quarter. Sidney did not get on the board until 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Oligmuller has it stolen away from her by Berner all the way to the basket, then the layup falls for Nicole Berner. And she leads all scorers with 7 here in the first quarter. We'll check that the second quarter as the pass intended for Blythe Bonas knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Alliance. Caitlin Sylvester into the Sidney lineup. They will inbound it at the Alliance end. Alvarado holds out front looking for something, and Johnstone steps in front of that. And she, on the run out, lays it up and in. 23-18, and a 30-second timeout on the floor called by Alliance head coach Troy Unziker in his first season at the helm of the Alliance Bulldogs. Come into tonight's action 7-14, the number 4 seed in this district. Back on that last Sidney Alliance matchup on Tuesday night, as we said, Sidney jumped out to a 13-10 lead in the first quarter. Sidney outscored Alliance 12-7 in the second quarter and led by 8, 25-17 at halftime. And Sidney expanded that lead to 42-25 after 3, outscoring Alliance 17-8 in that third quarter. Alliance with the ball, they'll trigger in on the inbound. Pressure from Sidney. Rolls will bring it across, almost stolen away as Johnstone got her hand in there one more time. She just had a steal and a run out. Emerson Siza checks in. Blythe Bonas will take a seat on the Alliance bench here. Largest lead of the night so far for Sidney. Oligmuller on the dribble, and she's fouled by Nicole Berner. That'll be the first on her, and now 3 team fouls on Sidney. Toss in to Oligmuller, left side. Riley Rolls holding, looking. Siza comes out. Lob it down low, looking inside for Jordan Hop. Tried to bounce cross court. Sylvester right there to steal it away for Sidney. All the way to the basket. Flips it up with the left hand. Doesn't go. Rebound fought for as Sidney tosses it around and finally knocked out of bounds. It'll be Alliance's ball. Last touch by Sidney. 4:05 left here in the first half. Alliance led 13-12 at the end of the first quarter. Oligmuller down in the corner, and it's knocked out of her hands. It'll stay at the Alliance end. Scottsbluff and Gehring, the 2 and 3 seeds, to follow this game. Cross-court pass. Jordan Hop back out on top. Oligmuller holds it. Looking baseline, Alvarado. Shot misses. Jordan Hop, rebound, put back. Jordan Hop, who had 2 points the last time these two teams met, makes it a 3-point Sidney lead. It's Ross dishes. Brower, the left-hander, can't score it. Maddie Johnson's shot blocked by Riley Rolls, and Alliance will come the other way. They can tie it with a 3. Alvarado, top of the key. Will continue to look inside for Jordan Hop. Oligmuller picks up her dribble, rolls, Siza high post, down low. Hop one more time against Sylvester. She loses the handle as it's knocked out of her hands. Keep it at the Alliance end. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the first half. Looking for the toss in. Alvarado finally comes to get it for Alliance. Cross court, throws it over the head of Oligmuller. And give it right back to Sidney. So we near the 3-minute mark here from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here at Sidney High School. Johnson, skip pass, Brower down in the corner. Alliance remains in that zone. Ross's 3 off the mark. Siza pulls down the rebound. And she was fouled by Maddie Johnson. That'll be the first on her. Check that, second on her. 4th team on Sidney. Cameron Treidel in for Alliance. Pressure from Sidney. Siza ahead to Alvarado up the floor. Alvarado picks up her dribble. Oligmuller left side, looks inside. Bonas, low block off the glass. Misses the mark. And it can't be saved by Janae Brower. So keep it at the Alliance end. Nicole Berner will come in for Maddie Johnstone for the Lady Raiders. Alliance will trigger it in, out on top. Bonas, free throw line, puts it on the floor. Tries to get it to Alvarado, knocked away. So Alvarado runs it down, now she'll bring it left side. Treidel has it. I was gonna say, I thought she shuffled her feet right there, and she did. Traveling the call on Alliance. It's they trail it by 3 here with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first half from Sidney High School. Brower to Berner. Berner right side, stolen away by Treidel. She got a hand in there. Treidel on the push to the basket, stolen back by Sylvester. Ahead, Ross, 3 ball. Around the rim and out, doesn't go. Rebound, put back, misses the mark by Nicole Berner. And Nicole Berner will go to the free throw line. And Nicole Berner will be at the free throw line to shoot 2. Burner with 7 points in the game so far. 5 of those came in the first quarter. As Jaylee Shaw into the Sidney lineup. Burner's second free throw, that one finds the mark. 8 points for Burner, and Sidney with a 4-point lead. Quickly up the floor, Shoemaker. Kick out Oligmuller, driving, ball stripped away from her. Keep it at the Alliance end. And very quickly, Maddie Johnstone in for Megan Ross. For Sidney. Oligmuller triggered in. Work it back to Shoemaker. Bonas, one dribble. Back to Oligmuller. High post, Siza. Looking down low, nothing there. To Bonas. Once again, down low, Bonas. Step back, off the glass and in. Blythe Bonas with 4. And it's a 2-point ball game with 1:14 left in the first half. In the corner. As Burner has it, drives in, loses the handle, loose on the floor. And the pass goes through the legs of Carly Sylvester. And that'll give it to Alliance with a chance to tie it with the 2. Take the lead with a 3. Inbounds pass backcourt. Rolls with it. Gets it into the front court. Oligmuller holding. Left side picked up by Shaw. Starts a drive. Loose the handle. Will have a foul on Sidney's Jaylee Shaw. Ross and Brower checking back in for the Lady Raiders. Only the 5th team foul on Sidney. Both teams with 5 team fouls. Alliance triggers it in. Shoemaker 3-ball that goes behind the backboard. And the ball will go back to the Lady Raiders with 45 seconds left here in the first half. Johnstone between the circles. Alliance in that 1-3-1 zone. Skip pass, Brower. They work in the corner. Ross for a 3. Too strong. And the long rebound. They're going to keep it at the Sidney end. As they thought Sidney, Alliance thought Sidney touched it last. So it'll remain with the Lady Raiders as they will inbound. Near corner, Ross, 27 seconds left. Sylvester looks, underhand pass. Back to Johnstone, 20 seconds left. Ross one more time with a 3 count, that one for Megan Ross. She's got 3 threes on the night. Sidney by 5, 8 seconds left. Shoemaker. Oligmuller, 3 seconds left inside. Siza all alone, and Emerson Siza lays it up and in to make it 27-24 here at halftime. At halftime in this first game of the B7 Subdistrict between Alliance and Sidney. Sidney leads Alliance 27-24 on the West Coast scoreboard.
With Viero's Entertainment Trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the Entertainment Trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Facility here in Sidney, Nebraska. We are at halftime of the first game of this B-8 Subdistrict. The number 1 seed Sidney taking on the number 4 seed, the Alliance Bulldogs. And in the first quarter, Alliance made a statement as they jumped out to an 8-0 lead before Sidney got on the board with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. But Alliance led at the end of the first quarter 13-12. Into the second quarter, Alliance took their first lead of the game just into the second quarter with 7:04 left. We were tied at 16 in the second quarter. And Sidney opened up their biggest lead at 27-22 before Alliance came back to cut it to 27-24 here at halftime. From the Cabela's Athletic Facility here at Sidney High School, this is the B-8 Girls Subdistrict, and your halftime score is Sidney 27, Alliance 24 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Back at Sidney High School in this B7 Subdistrict here from Sidney, the first of 2 here. This evening we will have the number 3 seed Gering taking on the number 2 seed Scotts Bluff, and that game will follow this one. Well, now time to look at our numbers, and our numbers brought to you by Arby's the Meat Crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. For Alliance here at halftime, 6 players in the scorebook. Emerson Siza leading the way with 6 points. 4 points for Blythe Bonas, 4 points for Riley Rolls. Janae Shoemaker with a 3 in the first quarter. That's been all her scoring in the game. Megan Oligmuller with a 3, and Jordan Hopp off of the Alliance bench with 2 points for the Lady Bulldogs. Megan Ross leading the way, leading all scorers with 9 points on 3 threes. All came in the second quarter. She did not score in the first quarter, but in the last game that Sidney played, Megan Ross had 7 threes. That was a school record. She had 21 points in that game. Nicole Berner with 8 points at halftime for Sidney. Maddie Johnstone with 5. Maddie Johnson with 2. And Carly Sylvester with 3 points here at halftime, as we're at halftime of game 1 between the number 1 seed Sidney, the number 4 seed Alliance, and your score, Sidney 27, Alliance 24 on the West Coast scoreboard.
With the new year comes resolutions. Complete your resolution to replace your windows by calling Renewal by Andersen. And right now is your last chance to buy 2019 windows at 2018 prices. Plus, pay nothing until 2020. That's right. You will get 20% off every window and door, plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. And free window diagnosis, free in-home estimate, and free removal and disposal of your old windows. Hurry. This offer ends February 15th. Call 472-2199 to take advantage of this offer before the 2018 prices are gone.
With Viero's Entertainment Trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viera Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
Welcome back to Sidney High School. Jeff Kelly with you here tonight. Our TV-only game to start this B-8 Subdistrict off. The number 1 and 4 seeds. Following this game, we will have the number 2 and 3 seeds, Gehring and Scotts Bluff. Scotts Bluff is the number 2 seed, Gehring being the number 3 seed. Scotts Bluff, they come in at 500 on the year, 10 and 10. They are 2 and 2 in their last 4 games. While Gehring comes in at 9 and 10, lost both of their games in the East-West shootout to Booker and to Platte. The Gehring Bulldogs come in losing 4 out of their last 5 games. So stay with us. We will have that game following this one here on KNEB.TV. And we'll also be bringing that one to you on the radio on 960 AM and 100.3 FM KNEB. Let's take another break, and we'll come back, get this second half underway. But here at halftime, it's Sidney 27, Alliance 24 on the West Coast scoreboard.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
As we get ready for the start of the second half, and Sidney holding on to a 3-point lead, 27-24, leading the way for Sidney. The number 1 seed in this B-8 Subdistrict is Megan Ross with 3 threes that all came in the second quarter, as she has 9 points in the game. Right now, as far as power points, Sidney sitting either 1 or number 2 in those power points. They've kind of flipped back and forth between them and Waverly a lot this season. But Sidney pretty much assured, even if they would not win here tonight, they would pretty much be assured of going to, or most likely hosting, a district final. And those district finals come up this Saturday at various sites. And once these sub-districts are in the books, those pairings and sites will come out. Ready for second half action as Sidney, or Alliance, has it to start the second half, and it's stolen away by Alliance. Sylvester on the steal. Down in the corner to Ross. Comes up short. Shoemaker comes down with the rebound for Alliance as they will work from right to left here in this second half. Rolls has it. Looking inside for Siza. The free throw line, skip past Shoemaker, and Shoemaker gets called for traveling. She went up for the shot. And Janae Shoemaker, shooting 24% from beyond the arc, has had only 1 3 on the night here to this point. She had 6 points the last time these teams met up last Tuesday. Sidney has the ball, and Sylvester will take the shot. Missed the mark, rebound tipped around. And Bonas comes down with it. Quickly ahead, Shoemaker, and she can't handle the pass. too high for her. And it'll go over to Sidney. They lead it by 3. Sylvester driving, looking, kick out. Burner, top of the key. She drains the 3, and she's got 11 in the game. And Sidney jumps out to a 30-24 lead here. Oleg Mueller down low, rolls, drives baseline off the glass. Does not go. And the foul on Sidney's Maddie Johnson, and that'll be the 3rd on Johnson. And that quickly will bring a substitution off the bench. Allison Nesbitt will check in. Rolls, misses the first one. So Johnson will sit down with those 3 personal fouls here. 6:48 left here in the 3rd quarter. Rolls second free throw, front iron. Sidney will come the other way with a 6-point lead. And Brower trying to go coast to coast. Will draw the charge. Will draw the foul, I should say, on Oleg Mueller, and she picks up her 3rd personal foul as Janae Brower stepping to the line. The left-hander. Her first points of the game. 7-point lead for the Lady Raiders. Second one up, that one's good. Make it an 8-point lead. Brower with only 2 points in the game. Alliance quickly the other way, off the glass and in for Riley Rolls. Sidney Brower driving, missing the mark. Shoemaker comes down with the rebound for Alliance. Up the near side, looked at the 3, didn't take it as Brower flash kick out to Oleg Mueller. Her 3 misses the mark, and the long rebound. They'll give it to Sidney with a 6-point lead. We said these teams only have met once this season. That meeting going to Sidney, 53-36. Burner into the lane, and a blocking foul called. And they'll give it to Blythe Bonas. That'll be her 2nd. Johnstone into the lead, into the game for Sidney. They lob it inside, tipped. Sidney runs it down. So Ross has it, then tries to go in the corner. Rolls, gets a hand on it. Sidney will inbound their end. Cross court, Johnstone, 1-3-1 zone by Alliance. Skip past Sylvester into the paint, to the basket, off the glass. Siza with the rebound. Quick outlet. Bounce, rolls. Lob down low, finds Siza against Nesbitt. Kick out, rolls. Drives, pull up, too strong. Brower comes down with the rebound for Sidney. Head to Johnstone. Try to get it to Ross. He has to run it down, and then Siza forces her into the backcourt, and over and back. Called on Sidney. And the Sidney fans across the way not agreeing with that call, as it looked like she was forced into the backcourt a little bit by Emerson Siza. The officials will give the ball to Alliance. As Rolls has it on the inbounds, gets a screen. Bonas with it. Skip pass. Shoemaker for 3. And her 2nd 3 of the game. She's got 6. 32-29. Sylvester at the Sidney end. Kick out. Johnstone, 3 off the front iron. Shoemaker comes down with it. Sidney, Alliance can tie it with a 3. Here's Shoemaker. Down along the baseline. Get it to Rolls, out to Bonas. Shoemaker driving the runner with the right hand off the glass. Ross comes down with it. Ahead to Johnstone. And a blocking foul called, and this will be the fourth personal on Alliance's Megan Oligmuller. And she will come out of the game. Third team foul on Alliance. Billy Alvarado, the 5'6" sophomore, getting set to check in. Johnstone at the free throw line, misses the first. Berner and Brower in for Sidney. And that'll quickly bring Jordan Hopp into the game. And Emerson Siza will take a seat on the bench. 4.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Johnstone's second one off the mark. Misses. Knocked out of nowhere. They'll say that Nesbitt, who went after that rebound, stepped on the baseline. It'll go over to Alliance, 32-29 here. 4:27 left in the third quarter. Pressure by Sidney as Bonas has it. 10-second call on. Alvarado needs to hurry, and timeout called by head coach Troy Unziger. A 30-second timeout, and we will keep it right here. And remind you, we'll be here with the second game in this B-8 Subdistrict between Gehring and Scotts Bluff. And the previous two meetings between, I think I said Sidney and Scotts Bluff, Gehring and Scotts Bluff have gone to Scotts Bluff. They beat Gehring 71-48 on the 8th of January. Then at Gehring back on the 19th of January, Scotts Bluff came away with the 60-51 win. So Gehring would like to exact some revenge and take one from Scotts Bluff as Alliance has it off the inbound pass, and double dribble called on Rolls as she comes up the floor for Alliance. 4:16 left here in the third quarter. And Maddie Johnson getting set to check back in with those 3 personal fouls. Sidney moving it around the outside of the arc as Alliance has been in that zone exclusively through this game. Skip pass as Hopp got a hand in there. The ball's loose on the floor and a pushing foul called. And the foul was on Kendra Nesbitt. Here's Johnson, Ross, and Sylvester back in for Sidney. So Alliance will have it. And they can tie it with a 3. Alvarado into the front court, gets a screen from Shoemaker. She's tied up, and the jump ball on the alternating possession gives it to Sidney. And Sidney holding on to a 3-point lead. Slow start for them in this game as they were down 8-0 in the first quarter. Maddie Johnson, they work it around the outside of that arc against this zone defense for Alliance. Ross with it. 3 threes for her. She has not scored here in this third quarter. Nicole Berner, big jump stop, and they'll call her for traveling. And give it right back to Alliance. Emerson Siza into the Bulldog lineup. Alliance will face full court pressure. They lob it. Nobody there for Alliance. Berner picks it up. Big jump stop. And the foul by Riley Rolls will put Nicole Berner at the free throw line to shoot 2. Fourth team on Alliance. In and out on the first one. Second one on the way. And Berner with a dozen points in the game. 33-29. Pressure once again by Sidney. As Rolls picks up her dribble. Head to Alvarado. Gets it into the Alliance offensive end. The pass almost stolen away by Ross, knocked away from her. Shoemaker with it. 3 ball on the way, too strong. Rebound tipped around, loose on the floor. Rolls, picks it up, underhand to Hop. Try to go down low to Siza. Picked away, stolen away by Sidney. Sylvester center court, looks down low. Maddie Johnson with the pass, kicks it out. Ross, 3 ball, misses the mark. It'll go out of bounds. That'll go over to Alliance. Alliance with the ball, 2:41 left here in the third quarter. Pressure once again from Sidney. Alvarado near sideline, finally finds Rolls. She gets into the Alliance offensive end. Gets it out to Shoemaker, and she'll throw it away as Alvarado not in the vicinity. Another Alliance turnover as they trail it by 4, 33-29. At the Sidney end. Down in the corner, Maddie Johnson trapped down there looking. They try to get it ahead, and a timeout taken by Tyler Shaw, the Sidney head coach. 2:18 left in the third quarter. Sidney 33. Alliance 29 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Come see Catapult, the world's premier shadow dance company, live in concert. You'll be mesmerized as these incredible dancers transform themselves into one impossible shape after another. You've seen them on America's Got Talent. Now come see them live. Critics call Catapult a breathtaking show for the whole family. Now experience the magic of shadow illusions as only Catapult can deliver live.
Midwest Theater, February 28th. Visit MidwestTheater.com for tickets.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Leading at 33-29 as Ross has her 3 blocked by Jordan Hop, the 6'3 junior. Will remain at the Sidney end. Quickly in to Ross. She'll work at top of the key to Burner. Back to Ross. With Sidney working it around the outside of the arc. Try to get it in the corner to Ross, and the ball last touched by Sidney's Megan Ross. It'll be Alliance's ball. Maddie Johnstone checking in for the Lady Raiders. As Alliance will trigger the inbound looking, and that's thrown away into the hands of Sylvester. Gets it ahead. Brower to the basket, up and under, doesn't go. But she draws the foul. And that'll be Emerson Siza's first personal, 15. That's the left-hander Janae Brower at the line. Only 2 points for her. Those have all come in this third quarter and have come from the free throw line. And now she's 3 for 3 here in this third quarter with 1:54 left. And looking to make it a 6-point Sidney lead. She drains both of those. Janae Brower with 4 points, all from the free throw line here tonight. Alliance gets it ahead off the press. Alvarado on top. To Peyton Gibson, who's checked into the Alliance lineup, and she immediately gets hauled for traveling. And that'll give it back to Sidney with 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Winner moves on to the championship game tomorrow night here in Sidney. Sylvester splitting defenders, goes up and under with the right hand. and scores it. Her first points of the game. And an 8-point lead for Sidney. Rolls on top with it. Now she'll take it to the basket off of somebody's foot. It's been kicked around. Bonas picks it up. Finally loose again to Brower. Into the hands of Maddie Johnson. Now all that tipped up in the air again. Johnson regains. Sylvester will get things under control as she drives, goes up and under again, and a blocking foul called. On Bonas. And that'll send Caitlin Sylvester to the free throw line to shoot 2. She drains the first one. With a minute left, Sidney could go up by 10 points. Jaylee Shaw into the Sidney lineup. Sylvester's second free throw off the mark. Rebound controlled by Johnson. Put back doesn't go as Bonas got in there. It's a 9-point Sidney lead. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bonas driving to the basket, and that'll be the 4th personal on Maddie Johnson. And she will come to the bench as once again Allison Nesbitt getting ready to check in. Maddie picked up her 3rd personal just a minute into the third quarter and sat down, and she will sit down for this final 47 seconds of the third quarter. Alliance lobs it on top. Bonas. Alvarado holds. Back to Peyton Gibson on the right side. Gibson looking. Finally finds Bonas. She starts a drive against Sylvester. Baseline. Outlet pass tipped away. Sidney picks it up. 29 seconds left. Ahead to Shaw. Johnstone. Sylvester, she'll hold. Now flip it with 19 seconds. Shaw has it on the right side. They try to get it out front. Johnstone almost has it stolen away. As Sylvester, 9 seconds left. Quickly Shaw, they try to go inside. Pass knocked away. Ahead to Rolls, 3 seconds left, and Rolls loses the handle as it's knocked away by Maddie Johnstone. And with 1.4 left in the third quarter, Sidney will try to get a shot off. Triggered in baseline, quickly in Rolls. Back to Alvarado at the buzzer, count it! Billy Alvarado, her only points in the game so far, and she makes it 38-32 on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big.
It's perfect for us. This one's tiny.
That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right.
This bed is way too hard.
It's perfect for me.
This bed is way too soft.
Just what I needed. This bed is just right.
So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Come see Catapult, the world's premier shadow dance company, live in concert. You'll be mesmerized as these incredible dancers transform themselves into one impossible shape after another. You've seen them on America's Got Talent. Now come see them live. Critics call Catapult a breathtaking show for the whole family. Now experience the magic of shadow illusions as only Catapult can deliver live.
Midwest Theater, February 28th. Visit MidwestTheater.com for tickets.
And welcome back to the Cabela's Athletic Facility here at Sidney High School in Sidney, Nebraska, as we are in game 1 of this B-8 Subdistrict. The 1 and 4 seed, Sidney the number 1 seed, Alliance the number 4 seed. The 2 and 3 seed game to follow. Scottsbluff and Gehring. Alliance with the ball to start this fourth quarter. Shoemaker has her shot partially blocked by Roth as she gets called for traveling. Second time that's happened to her here in the contest. Sidney with the ball, leading by 6. Burner, skip pass Brower. Brower driving off the glass, won't go. Riley Rolls comes down with the rebound. Ahead, Shoemaker, she'll drive, and a foul prior to the shot. And the foul was on Sidney's Megan Ross. 16, or check that, 4th team on Sidney. So Alliance will inbound underneath their own basket quickly in. Siza baseline jumper. Rebound comes down to Megan Ross. Ahead, Nicole Berner to the basket, off the glass and in for Nicole Berner. 14 points for her. 8-point Sidney lead as we start this 4th and final quarter. Shoemaker called for palming the ball. Back-to-back turnovers on Janae Shoemaker, the 5'6" senior, playing in her final game here tonight. 5 seniors on the Alliance roster. As Sidney has it, Megan Ross been held scoreless in the first and second quarters. Deep three for Brower, in and out, rebound tipped around. Bonus comes down with it, and she's tied up, and the possession arrow keeps it at the Sidney end. So the Lady Raiders will inbound. Janae Brower will trigger it. Ross inside the arc now, she steps out. Left side, Brower. Baseline Nesbitt, back to Brower, intercepted by Bonus. Blythe Bonus with the turnover. And Alliance has it. Riley Rolls with it. Turns, hands to Shoemaker. Shoemaker gets a screen. Tipped away from behind. It'll go out of bounds. And it'll remain at the Alliance end. As Johnstone, Kendra Nesbitt, and Maddie Johnson with those 4 personal fouls. Checking in for the Lady Raiders. Inbounds to Shoemaker against Ross on that right side. Double teamed in the corner. Tries to bounce it off. A Sidney player, and she bounces it off of Johnstone to keep it at the Alliance end. Oleg Mueller will trigger it in to Siza from 10 feet away. Misses the mark. Rolls, runs down the rebound for Alliance. Finds Shoemaker on top. Oleg Mueller for a 3-ball. She drains that one. Megan Oleg Mueller, 40-36. Sidney by 4, 5:48 left in the game. Johnstone holds it. Chance of defense from the Alliance crowd. Sylvester drives baseline. They kick it out around the arc as Alliance has been in this zone all night. Sylvester driving baseline, throws up a shot. Rolls, comes down with the rebound. Alliance trailing by 5. As Rolls drives, pull up baseline jumper, misses everything. Nesbitt comes down with it. Ahead to Sylvester. Bounce baseline. Johnson to the basket, off the glass, too strong. Rebound tipped around, they will say last touched by Alliance. Jordan Hopp, Olivia Knapp in for the Alliance Lady Bulldogs, and Emerson Siza and Blythe Bonus will take a seat on the bench. Trigger the inbound, quick 3, Janae Brower. Nobody there to get a hand in her face, and Janae Brower drains a 3 to make it 43-35. Sidney inside, they try to go to Hop, and it's knocked away, and it was last touched by Alliance. Sidney with the ball, leading it by 8. Brower brings it into the front court, the left-hander. Sylvester splits defender. She's tied up by Knapp. And Sidney head coach Tyler Shaw with a timeout. Determined if it is. 30-second timeout for Sidney. Stay with us. We will have the number 2 and 3 seed, Scottsbluff and Gehring, coming up after this one from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here at Sidney High School in Sidney, Nebraska, site of the B-8 Subdistrict. All of the sub-districts in Class B in girls action getting underway tonight. And I believe there was one B sub-district that they have postponed due to weather back in the eastern part of the state to start tomorrow night. Out of the timeout, Brower quickly to Berner, her 3 off the back iron. The rebound comes down. Brower will control. Sidney will reset the offense. Now a 2-3 zone from Alliance. Sidney content to work it around the arc. 16 fouls on Alliance as we near the 4-minute mark. Johnstone, kick out. Johnson, Maddie drives to the basket, off the glass and in. And it's a 10-point Sidney lead, 3:55 left. Here's Jordan Hopp, 18 feet away. Misses the mark as Berner comes up the floor. Fouled by Riley Rolls. And there's the 17th foul on Alliance. So Sidney in the 1-1 for this final 3:46. And that'll bring Siza and Bonus back into the Alliance lineup. Alliance in the blue uniforms tonight as Nicole Berner, 15 points on the night, leading all scorers. That one misses the mark. Siza there with the rebound. Long outlet. They'll get it to Rolls. She'll give it off to Oligmuller as she holds. Cross court. Back to Alvarado. Inside Bonus. To the basket, off the glass and in. 8 points for an Alliance head coach Troy Unziger with a timeout. 3.5 minutes left in the game. Sidney 46, Alliance 37 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and matches here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant. Plus, Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
And back here in Sidney, 3.5 minutes left, and a 9-point lead for the number 1 seed in this tournament. The Sidney Lady Raiders come in with a 14-game winning streak. Their last loss, their only 2 losses this season, have been to one of the top teams in Class C1, the Mitchell Lady Tigers. Ross driving the runner. She's got 11. 48-35 Sidney. Oligmuller at the Alliance end. Holding, looking, get it down low. Bonus against Johnson to the basket. And Blythe Bonus back-to-back baskets. 48-39. 2:42. Sylvester driving and scoring. 50-39. Time running down, 2.5 minutes left in the contest. Winner moves on to tomorrow night's championship game. Bonus will give it off to Alvarado. They look inside Siza, high post. Bonus into the paint, loses the handle. And the turnover gives it back to Sidney. Nicole Berner and Carly Sylvester in for Sidney with 2:11 left in the game. Across the midcourt stripe, Ross has it. Now she'll pull it out as Alliance going with a man-to-man. Johnstone works with it. Back to Ross. Alliance will burn some time. Kick out back to Berner. Underhand pass, Sylvester. Maddie Johnson, and she's fouled by Emerson Siza. That'll be only the second personal on Emerson Siza. That'll send Maddie Johnson to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. With a minute 38 left in the game. And Maddie Johnson drains that first one. She will get a second one right here. That one finds the mark. 52-39, Maddie Johnson with 6 points. Alvarado loses the handle coming up the floor. And another turnover gives it back to Sidney. As we near the 1 minute mark here from Sidney High School. Sidney content to work it around the outside of the arc. Johnstone with it in the corner. Gives it off to Nicole Berner. Berner drives, crashes into Bonus. The ball loose, picked up by Sylvester. Nobody there, and she lays it up and in. It's 54-39, 59 seconds left. As Rolls drives, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. As Carly Sylvester, or check that, they will give it to Maddie Johnstone. 15 foul on Sidney, so Sidney will move on to tomorrow night's championship game. Face the winner of Scottsbluff and Gehring. Maddie Johnson's work done tonight. She checks out with 54 seconds left. Allison Nesbitt in, and Macy Rolls in for the first time for Sidney here tonight. Riley Rolls' second free throw around doesn't go. Rebound tipped around, finally controlled by Alliance. Megan Ross on the push up the floor. Picked up out front by Alvarado. She takes it into the paint. His Alliance will work some time off the clock and get set to move on to tomorrow night's B-8 Subdistrict Championship game. Tip-off will be at 6 o'clock here from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here at Sidney High School. 25 seconds left. Ross holding. Now it's stolen away. As they get it ahead to Bonus off the pass from Oligmuller. She can't control it, and it'll give it right back to Sidney with 14 seconds left here in the contest. And trying to get some last-minute substitutions in as Emerson Siza comes off the floor for the last time here tonight. A few tears from Emerson Siza, the 6-foot senior, as he gets a standing ovation from this Alliance crowd. Riley Rolls coming out for the last time. Megan Oligmuller coming out for the last time. 14 seconds left. Sidney with the ball. 9 seconds left in the game. Sidney with the ball, and they will move on. 54-39 as the buzzer sounds, and Sidney will move on 21-2 on the year for Sidney. Their winning streak now 15 games. Alliance sees their season come to an end at 7-15, and they are the number 14 seed on the season. So Sidney will move on in this B-8 Subdistrict, and they will be in the championship game tomorrow night to face the winner of Scotts Bluff and Gering. So once again, your final score here tonight, Sidney 54 and Alliance 39 on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us.
This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine.
Hey, this chair is just right.
This bed is way too hard.
It's perfect for me.
This bed is way too soft.
Just what I needed. This bed is just right.
So come on over to Leeds Heads.
With the new year comes resolutions. Complete your resolution to replace your windows by calling Renewal by Anderson. And right now is your last chance to buy 2019 windows at 2018 prices. Plus, pay nothing until 2020. That's right. You will get 20% off every window and door, plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. And free window diagnosis, free in-home estimate, and free removal and disposal of your old windows. Hurry. This offer ends February 15th. Call 472-2199 to take advantage of this offer before the 2018 prices are gone.
And welcome back to the Cabela's Athletic Facility here in Sidney, Nebraska, as the first game of this B-8 Subdistrict is in the books, and Sidney moves on with a 54-39 win over the number 4 seed Alliance. It was 13-12. Alliance led at the end of the first quarter before Sidney took their first lead. It was 27-24 at halftime. And then Sidney led by 6, 38-32 at the end of 3. They opened up a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter before going on to get the 54-39 win. Looking at the individual scoring tonight, first for Alliance, their season comes to an end at 7-15. Leading the way for them tonight is Blythe Bonus with 10 points. 6 points tonight for Janae Shoemaker, 6 also for Megan Oligmuller. Riley Rolls ends the game with 6 points, as does Emerson Siza, and 2 points for Jordan Hopp. For Sidney, 2 players in double figures tonight, led by Nicole Berner with 15 points, Megan Ross with 11. 7 points tonight for Janae Brower, 5 for Carly Sylvester, Maddie Johnson with 6 points in the game, and Maddie Johnstone with 5 for Sidney as they move on. 21-2 on the year, 15-game winning streak. They will take on the winner of Gering and Scotts Bluff. 54-39, Sidney beats Alliance on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us.
This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine.
Hey, this chair is just right.
This bed is way too hard.
It's perfect for me.
This bed is way too soft.
Just what I needed. This bed is just right.
So come on over to Leeds Heads.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
In between games here, as Sidney has won the first game in this B-8 Subdistrict. 54-39 over Alliance. So Sidney moves on at 21-2 as Alliance season comes to an end at 7-14 on the year. Sidney, of course, the number 1 seed here in this sub-district. And now we'll have the number 2 and 3 seeds.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus
Gehring. Let's both teams out on the floor. Scotts Bluff and Gehring. And Gehring will be the home team as they will have on the white uniforms tonight. How far out are we, Olivia?
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Sub-district between Scotts Bluff and Gehring. The first game is in the books, and the Sidney Lady Raiders, the number 1 seed here in this B-8 sub-district, move on with a 54-39 lead. 54-39 win, I should say, over Alliance. So for Gehring, they come in at 9-10 on the year. They're riding a 2-game losing streak. Gehring has lost 4 out of their last 5, while the Sidney Bearcats, they come in with a record of 10-10. They are 2-2 in their last 4 games, and they are the number 2 seed in this sub-district. Last time these two teams met up was on January 19th, as Scotts Bluff came away with the 60-51 win. Gehring led 17-15 after 1, but Scotts Bluff outscored Gehring in the second quarter 23-8 to lead 38-25 at halftime. It was 44-37 Scotts Bluff at the end of 3 before Scotts Bluff pulled away with the 60-51 win. Kelly Snelling led the way for Gehring with 12 points. Yada Garcia with 16 for Scotts Bluff. Mackenzie Dunkel with 14. Aubrey Krentz with
Chris Cottrell joining the broadcast tonight.
Game back on January 15th. Both teams out on the floor getting ready for this contest. Of course, Gehring, they lost this past Friday to North Platte 59-43, as Scotts Bluff, they beat McCook last Friday night 57-50 in the East-West shootout. So as we said, Gehring comes in at 9-10. Scotts Bluff comes in at 10-10, and the winner gets Sidney tomorrow night. Well, KNB Sports Director Chris Cottrell caught up with both Steve Land and Scotts Bluff head coach David Bolish. Those interviews are next as the Platte Valley Company's pregame show continues after this on 960 AM KNEB.
Get big savings during Menards President's Day.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
The Mixing Bowl in Gearing, serving breakfast and lunch every day using Grandma Ruth's recipes for 5 years. Stop for lunch and try a Cali Turkey BLT or one of our gourmet burgers. Have a homemade cabbage burger or butterball soup on Thursdays. Or try our weekend brunch and have cinnamon roll pancakes or the roasted duck Benedict. Stop by the Mixing Bowl on your way to work and grab a freshly baked muffin, Grebel, or Danakuga out of our bakery case and a specialty coffee made just for you. The Mixing Bowl, 1945 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
Chris Cottrell joining the broadcast tonight here on KDB. We'll get it back to Jeff Kelly coming up here in just a few minutes. Game 1 complete. We get set for Game 2 of this girls B-8 Subdistrict tournament tonight in Sidney, and we've got a little Twin Cities rivalry on tap to close things out tonight with Scottsbluff, the 2 seed, and Gearing, the 3 seed. Let's catch up with Scottsbluff girls head basketball coach Dave Bolish. Our pregame chat brought to you by pregame chat here on KDB, brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. See Shane Wilson and his staff to be in The Zone all season long. Coach, let's jump right to it. You haven't lost yet this year to Gearing. You've got a couple of nice double-digit wins already under your belt. And I've talked with Coach Land. He says the matchup for them sometimes with you, not the best. You guys are a little quicker, a little smaller. Do you feel that's given you an advantage the first 2 games?
I think our athleticism definitely helps. I don't feel like us being undersized all the time is ever an advantage, but that's just kind of the case. We've learned how to deal with that, and we try to exploit our assets versus dwell on our shortcomings. So it's a common theme in basketball. It's always a battle of matchups, and I think that we've been able to use our athleticism. We've been able to kind of attack some areas of their game and their style, and we've had success with it so far. So we're going to try to not reinvent the wheel, but also keep a couple things in our back pocket if we need them.
Obviously, Sidney earned this home court advantage. They come in here having had another great regular season under their belt. How do you just stack up this entire 4-team mix and the chances that somebody else outside of Sidney can win there in their building?
It's a huge, huge factor. I think it makes Sidney double tough. I think Sidney practices winning. I think they're really well coached. I know that Shadron played Sidney tough. Gearing played Sidney tough a week ago. We didn't have our best showing, and so it's just one of those things that as you get to the postseason, any team on any given night can make the plays or make the mistakes necessary to change the status quo of what everyone thought was going to happen.
You guys come in on a high note, having got back in the win column against McCook on Friday. Obviously a nice confidence boost as you head into the postseason.
Yeah, we needed that, and we needed the type of win that it was. We needed it to be a grind. We needed it to get back to force us to get back to being who we are, and just battling every play and every possession. That's when we're at our best. That's when we're able to be the type of team that we want to be, and also to come out and finally be successful there this second part of the regular season with that up 6, up 7, 3 to 4 minutes left. That's been kind of our Achilles heel, and so it was really, really important to be able to accomplish that successfully here right before we go into the postseason.
Wrapping up with Dave Bolish, our key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center. You get that with every new vehicle purchase at Team Auto. Coach, it's been the same every time you've played Gearing. I'm guessing this will be a short answer again. What's the key to winning tonight?
Control page.
Just that simple, huh?
That's the plan.
All right, there you have it from Dave Bolish, the head coach for Scottsbluff. We'll come back and hear from Gearing head coach Steve Land right after this on KDB.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party. or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
We're back on KDB this evening as we get set for the back end of our doubleheader coverage tonight here at Sidney's Cabela's Athletic Facility. B-8 Girls Subdistrict Tournament is underway. Had the Alliance and Sidney matchup for you earlier on KDB.TV, TV and radio for this Scottsbluff and Gering showdown. Time to catch up with Gering girls head coach Steve Land. A pregame chat with Coach Land brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. See Shane Wilson and his staff to be in The Zone all season long. Well, Coach Land, McCook and North Platte, they showed up out here in the Panhandle on Thursday and Friday with some much improved girls basketball teams, and you guys kind of saw the brunt of that. A couple of losses overall. How disappointing were you, or is it just the type of thing, look, you got to move on so quickly, you're just not thinking too much about it?
Well, both. A shame that we shot that poorly against McCook, and then I thought we played better against North Platte. They've played basically a Class A schedule this year, so I knew the record wasn't indicative of how good they are. They come out and got a couple wins, and they're a good ball club, so I don't take anything away from that. But we've got to find ways to. The biggest thing all year is that against good teams, we've found at least one quarter of about 4 or 5 minutes stretch where we don't score and we just give up things defensively. So we talked about that yesterday and tried to clamp down. We've got to be able to grind some things out in the offensive set where we get a good look, a good shot, and we really got to buckle down defensively.
It felt like once this year got started that this district of teams was going to be pretty tight. Any given night, anybody could come out with a win, but as has been the case here recently, as everything started to materialize throughout the year, it's Sidney once again on top. They do it in pretty dominant fashion throughout the year, and they host the sub-district here at their place. So overall, this sub-district, what do you make of the 4 teams and the ability for just about anybody to maybe have a shot at this thing, or is it Sidney's to lose?
Well, I think it's anybody's match. We played Sidney very tough 2 of the 3 games. I thought when they're at our place, they got out to a big lead. We did close, but I don't know if that game was that close. Down there at their place, we were right there with them. It's just, I think right now, Sidney has a little bit of mental edge. They've been there before. They know how to win, and our girls are trying to learn how to win. I think that's the difference in the 2 teams right now, because I feel like we got as good a talent as they do. We match them up pretty well. You mentioned the matchup pretty good when it comes to Gering and Sidney for you guys. I know you told me last week maybe the matchup not so good when it comes to Scottsbluff, and that's the hurdle you got to get over tonight. Maybe a little bit smaller than you, quicker. How do you start to overcome some of those obstacles that they've really kind of taken it to you in a couple of these games that you guys have played so far this year? What do you have to do different to get a different outcome? Well, we've changed a few matchups, and we've changed some philosophies of how we want to guard people. But the bottom line is, quickness is hard to overcome. It may be where we have to go with another guard just to match up for their quickness and take a post kid out. We probably need to take more advantage of getting the ball into the post when we have our 2 post kids in, because they're at a massive matchup disadvantage as well. But we don't seem to find that good enough. But overall, it's really about defensively. We've got to shut them down, get a hand in their face, so it makes it difficult for them to shoot. They always find quick ways to get threes off and fast break, try to get a few turnovers off their press, and we've got to be able to match them. We've got to shoot the ball. And if we can do that, I think we can be right there with them. But it is definitely a tough matchup against Scotts Bluff.
Wrapping up with Steve Land ahead of tip-off here against Scotts Bluff in just a few minutes. Coach, one more final thing for you, a quick key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty. You get one with every new vehicle purchase. What's the number one thing you have to do well tonight to win?
I think we got to play great half-court defense. We've got to talk really, really well, and we got to get a hand in all our shooters' face. If we can do that, box out hard, and then make a few shots, I think we can have some success.
Keys to a victory right there for the Gering Lady Bulldogs with Coach Steve Lane. Coach, thanks a lot for the time.
All right, thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this. Jeff Kelly rejoins the mix on KNEB.
We've been an ALLO customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and ALLO.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed. It was a game changer.
ALLO came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew ALLO was the company that I wanted to stick with.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Nebraska, as we get set for the 2 and 3 seed matchup, the number 2 seed, the Scottsbluff Lady Bearcats, they come in at 10 and 10, but they're 2 and 2 in their last 4 games. Gering comes in at 9 and 10. They are riding a 2-game losing streak. They have lost 4 of their last 5. Third meeting between these two teams. The first 2 went to Scotts Bluff. So Gering looking to maybe exact a little revenge here tonight in the B8, I should say, Subdistrict final. The starting lineups brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at wncc.edu. For Scotts Bluff, they will start this way. It'll be Yada Garcia, 5'7", and a junior. Kiera Twombly, 5'9", and a senior. Aubrey Krentz, 5'6", and a junior. Mackenzie Dunkel, 5'9", and a senior. And Brady Lockemer, a freshman for Scotts Bluff, a 5'8" freshman. Their head coach, David Bolish. He is assisted by Hattie Burford, Brianna Jimenez, and Leslie Floral. Yada Garcia introduced. She had double figures the last time these two teams met up. Scotts Bluff will be in the black road uniforms tonight with the red letters and numbers trimmed in black. As Brady Lockemer, the final Lady Bearcat, introduced. For Gering, they will start this way, as they usually do. The 5 seniors, Paige Lopez at 5'4", Olivia Schaub at 6 foot, Kelly Snelling at 5'5", Ariana Mitchell at 5'11", and Jenna Baltazar, who holds the record now for rebounds in a season in Gering girls basketball, broke the record of Yoda Woods last Friday in the loss to McCook, or the loss to North Platte. And last time these two teams met up, she had 5 points and 15 rebounds. And for Gering, in the home white uniforms tonight with blue letters and numbers trimmed in gold for the Lady Bulldogs here tonight. So game 3, the rubber match between these two teams here tonight. And we're about ready to get it started as Aubrey Krentz will jump it up against Olivia Schaub to get this one underway from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here in Sidney. The winner gets Sidney tomorrow night. Gering controls the tap to start this one. Schaub has it, right side, outside, puts it on the floor against Krentz. Into the corner, lob inside, Baltazar double team. Kick out Lopez for the 3 ball off the glass, doesn't go. Garcia with the rebound, long down court pass. Ahead to Lockemer, she'll hold, give it back to Garcia. She holds it, kicks the pass to the left side. Twombly, free throw line. Around the outside of the arc goes Scotts Bluff. Garcia to Krentz. Krentz drives, cut off by Snelling. Here's Lockemer in the left corner. Picks up the pass, now gives it back to Krentz off the glass. Rebound put back by Dunkel, misses the mark, and Baltazar comes down with the rebound for Gehring. Gehring right to left. Schaub holds it, now drives left side, lob down low to Mitchell, knocked away into the hands of Mackenzie Dunkel. Dunkel ahead to Krentz. Krentz on the right side, takes to the free throw line. Lockemer with it, 6:51 left, no score. Dunkel into the paint, off the glass, too strong. Baltazar comes down with her second rebound. Long down court pass ahead to Schaub. Olivia holds, gives it off to Lopez. Page will pull it out between the circles, kick a pass. Snelling on the left side, pull up jumper free throw line, that'll miss everything, way off the mark. And we'll give it back to Scotts Bluff. Well, our opening tip was brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scotts Bluff. It's love at 425 degrees. And don't forget to register to the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal. As the three by Garcia misses the mark. Outlet stolen back by Scotts Bluff. Twombly to the basket. Off balance shot doesn't go. But Kiera will go to the free throw line. As the foul was on Paige Lopez, she'll pick up her first. And Kiera Twombly will step to the free throw line. And the shoestring in Paige Lopez's shoe has broken. And she gonna have to get a quick substitution in for her as Kiera Twombly drains the first one. 1-0, and that'll bring Macy Boggs in quickly as Paige Lopez will replace that shoestring. As Twombly, 6 points. Last time these two teams met up, makes it 2-0. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Schaub whips it inside as Mitchell spins to the basket and drains it with the right hand. And we're tied at 2, 5:54 left. Twombly on the drive, gets called for traveling as she shoveled her feet prior to the drive to the basket. So give it right back to Gehring. The winner gets Sidney tomorrow night. That game will tip off at 6 o'clock. Snelling into the front court on the left-handed dribble, gives it up to Schaub. Olivia lobs inside. Baltazar, kick out. Boggs puts it on the floor to the basket. It's tripped, no foul called. Scotts Bluff comes down with it. Garcia quickly the other way. Right side, has it knocked away, regains. Lockemer holds. Back to Garcia, cut off baseline. Looking, finally finds Krentz. Aubrey, 3-ball on the way. Back iron. There's Baltazar, her third rebound here in this first quarter. And Gehring comes the other way. Snelling with it. Lopez's shoes fixed. She's ready to come back in. Snelling drive, baseline kick out to Baltazar. She can't handle it. Gives it out on top. Back to Schaub. Olivia, high post Jenna. Double team. Work it around the arc. Schaub on the bounce. Mitchell, top of the key. Boggs driving, pull up from 10. Comes up just a little bit short for Macy Boggs, and Scotts Bluff will come the other way. We're tied at 2, 4:40 left first quarter. Here's Garcia on the dribble out front. Krentz, left side, holding beyond the arc. Check that was Lockhomer to Krentz. They work it around once again to Garcia. Aubrey Krentz gets a screen from Dunkel, has to kick it to Twombly on the left side. Back to Garcia inside the arc, in and out. There's another rebound, Jenna Baltazar. She brings it up the floor. She'll give it up to Kelly Snelling. Down the baseline, left side, Mitchell into the paint. Shot partially blocked. Will have a foul, a jump ball. And the possession arrow gives it to Scotts Bluff. Here's Paige Lopez back in, Emma Herman and Mariah Avila in for Scotts Bluff here tonight. 4:03 left first quarter. We're tied at 2 here from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here in Sidney, Nebraska. Garcia into the front court. Dribble drive into the paint. Kick out Emma Herman for a 3 ball. It misses the mark off the back iron, and it was last touch by Avila. Let's double check. It'll be Scottsbluff's ball. The official first, I think, thought it was Gehring's ball, and that'll bring head coach Steve Land up off the bench, but it'll remain Scottsbluff's ball. Garcia triggers it in. Kenzie Dunkel flips it out. Back to Garcia to the paint, loses the handle. Loose ball tipped around. Garcia handles, goes to the basket, stripped away, loose on the floor. Lopez picks it up for Gehring. She'll come the other way quickly against Lockemer on the right-handed dribble. Works it to the right side. In the corner, Ariana Mitchell against Dunkel. On the baseline, cut off there. Snelling drives baseline, kick out, and we'll have a pushing foul called on Mackenzie Dunkel. That'll be the first on her. First on Scotts Bluff. Kiera Twombly back into the Scotts Bluff lineup. Mackenzie Dunkel will take a seat on the bench as Gehring will get set to key the inbound. Snelling quickly in Lopez. Page drives against Garcia. Baseline looking inside Baltazar. Jenna to the basket, off the glass, doesn't go. But Jenna will go to the line to shoot 2. Try and break this 2-2 tie. Foul was on Scottsbluff's Emma Herman. First on her, second team on Scottsbluff. The guest on the scoreboard here tonight is Baltazar. Misses the first one, coming in tonight shooting 57% from the free throw line. 5 points, 15 rebounds the last time these two teams met up. Second one on the way from the left-hander. That one bounces around, won't go. Twombly comes down with the rebound for the Lady Bearcats. Quickly the other way is Garcia. Up the right side of the basket, off the glass and in. Garcia, her first 2 of the game. 4-2 Scotts Bluff. 3 minutes left, first quarter. Lopez drives, left side. Picked up by Lockemer, looking. She'll find Baltazar. Baltazar cross-court pass. Kelly Snelling. Kelly gets a screen from Jenna. Back to Lopez. Skip pass. Underhand back to Schaub. Schaub on the dribble. Finds Snelling. Drives. Throws it up with the left hand and throws it in. Kelly Snelling, her first 2 of the game. We're tied at 4. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Yada Garcia, left side drive, stolen away by Snelling. Kelly on the run out. 2 people trailing her to the basket, off the glass and in. For Kelly Snelling, she's got 4. Gehring 6-4, their first lead of the game. 2:15 left first quarter. Garcia pulls it out. Now she'll take it left side, pick up her dribble. Emma Herman from 10 feet out, misses the mark. Schaub comes down with the rebound. Gehring by 2. 2 minutes left first quarter. Schaub on the dribble left side against Garcia, takes it to the baseline. Out on top, Lopez 3 ball off the glass. Garcia long down court pass, Lockemer, nobody back. Lockemer to the basket, has it partially blocked, but it goes in. And she was fouled on the shot attempt by Paige Lopez. And Paige picks up her second personal here with 1:43 left. And that'll put Brady Lockemer at the free throw line for Scotts Bluff. Kiera Aguayo in for the Lady Bulldogs. Kelly Snelling will take a seat on the bench. And with that basket, we are tied at 6 as Lockemer can't convert on the traditional 3-point play. Third tie here in this first quarter. Aguayo has it on the right wing. Cross-court pass back to Page. Page, the runner to the basket, off the mark. Rebound, put back Ariana Mitchell. Ariana Mitchell with 4. Gehring 8-6, 1:20 left in the first quarter. Scotts Bluff left to right. Garcia on the dribble, free throw line, pull up, jumper, count it. Yada Garcia with 4, and we're tied again at 8. Third tie here in this first quarter. Loose ball on the floor, and jump ball, keep it at the Gehring end. So we're tied at 8. Dunkel and Krentz back into the Scottsbluff lineup. So it'll remain with Gehring. Here's Kelly Snelling back in for Paige Lopez. Baltazar triggered in, far sideline, gets it into Chloe Freeze, who's checked into the Gehring lineup, picks up her dribble, she'll have to bounce to Baltazar on the right wing. Back on the right side, Aguayo, 3-ball, misses the mark. Dunkel comes down with the rebound for Scottsbluff. Quickly ahead, Krentz with it, loses the handle, loose on the floor. Scottsbluff still controls. Avila with it, left side, finds Twombly, 35 seconds left. Krentz, free throw line extended, jumper, back iron, won't bounce through. Aguayo comes down with the rebound. Back to Kelly, ahead to Aguayo, pulls it out beyond the arc, looked at the three, didn't take it. As driving is Mitchell, left side, kick out, Snelling, 3-ball off the top of the backboard, pulled down by Scottsbluff. Outlet Avila, 9 seconds left. Bounce down low, Dunkel to the basket, too strong. Ariana Mitchell comes down with the rebound, 2 seconds left. Kelly doesn't know how much time, does not get the shot off by the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, we're tied at 8 in Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
My big secret for designing a quality kitchen on a budget is J&K Cabinetry. They have all the great standard features that my clients love. Solid wood doors and frames, soft close doors and drawers, dovetail joinery. The quality is amazing. J&K Cabinetry has 17 beautiful locations, sells directly to designers, contractors, and dealers, and provides plenty of options for a semi-custom look. But the most important thing is having a satisfied client and just seeing how much they love their kitchen. J&K Cabinetry, a new kitchen around you.
ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your local headquarters for J&K Cabinetry. Byers Realty would like to remind everyone that school is back in session, so make sure and watch for little ones in crosswalks. Be mindful of school speed zones, and take a second to double check for pedestrians and bicyclists. We want all of our young students to have a wonderful and safe year. Visit callbyersrealty.com or stop by the office on Avenue B, next to Bumper to Bumper. The Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
The second quarter, Scottsbluff and Gehring, the third matchup of the year between these two teams. Scottsbluff has won the previous two. Scottsbluff with the ball in the road black uniforms tonight. Garcia, right side drive, throws up a shot, misses the mark. Avila there with the rebound. Kick out, Krentz, 3-ball. Off the near rim, rebound comes down, and Garcia had it, fell to the floor, and fell out of bounds. And we'll give it back to Gehring. We'll be sure to listen to the game tonight. You can relive it tomorrow on the podcast page at KNEV.com. Brought to you by First State Bank of Scottsbluff and Gehring. Baltazar high post, takes it left side. Back to Aguayo, as she finds Lopez inside Baltazar. Kick out to Olivia Schaub. Olivia drives, bounces down low to Baltazar, knocked away, but Jenna regains. She'll kick it back quickly to Snelling. Drive, left side, pull up jumper, misses everything. Krentz comes down with the rebound. Quick outlet, Garcia. Garcia right side down low, fires a pass. It goes through the hands of Twombly. And another turnover for Scottsbluff. That'll give it back to Gehring. 7:06 left. As Aguayo checks out, Chloe Freeze into the Gehring lineup. Lopez into the front court, 7 minutes left first half. Snelling, right side. Kelly drives, bounces baseline, but a foul called prior to the pass. Yes, the foul was on Mariah Avila for Scottsbluff. Baltazar along with Snelling, Lopez, Freeze, and Schaub, the 5 on the floor for Gehring. Snelling quickly in. Freeze Kick out Lopez. Lopez against Krentz, goes to the floor, and a blocking foul called on Scottsbluff's Aubrey Krentz. And that'll bring Ariana Mitchell back in for Gehring. Jenna Balthazar will take a seat on the bench. Gehring to trigger the inbound. It goes backcourt. Chloe Fries runs it down for Gehring. Here's Schaub with it. Gets a screen from Snelling. Give it up to Lopez. Page on the dribble right side. Cross-court pass. Schaub. Schaub picked up there by Garcia. Gets a screen. Fires it back to Lopez. Page to Schaub. Drives baseline right side. Pull-up jumper. Misses the mark. Garcia comes down with the rebound for Scottsbluff on the push. Right side against Mitchell to the basket. Doesn't go. Rebound picked up by Garcia. Then she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. As the foul was on Gehring's Ariana Mitchell. Her first, team's fourth. Check that, team's third, as Garcia steps to the free throw line to shoot two. First one on the way from Yada. Double figures the last time these two teams met up. Looking to make it a 2-point Scottsbluff lead, as the second one is up and good. And Garcia with 6 points here in the first half. And Scottsbluff by 2, 10-8. Lopez into the front court, picked up there by Twombly. Left side pass, Snelling takes it inside the baseline, skip pass outside. To Lopez down in the corner, Schaub for three, count it. Olivia Schaub, her first points of the game, and Gehring takes a 1-point lead. 5:50 left in the first half, 11-10. Gehring on top. Garcia into the front court, Scottsbluff left to right. Garcia drives right side off the glass, comes up short. And the foul on Ariana Mitchell. She'll pick up her second. Fourth team. 5:41. We'll see if head coach Steve Land keeps Mitchell in the ball game. As Garcia with another free throw to tie the game at 11. Fourth tie here in the first half. Garcia's second free throw. She's hit all four. She has 8 on the night, and Scottsbluff with a 1-point lead. As Jenna Balthazar ready to check back into the Gehring lineup for Ariana Mitchell. She will sit down with those 2 personal fouls with 5:41 left in the first half. Lopez walks it across into the front court, picked up by Lockemer. Fires a pass right side, Snelling. Cut off from the baseline, try to get it back to Schaub. Mackenzie Dunkel on the interception, and the run out ahead to Lockemer to the basket and in. Brady Lockemer with 4. Scottsbluff by 3, 5:15 left here in the first half. Whip it inside, Balthazar, jump hook over Dunkel. Jenna Balthazar scores it. And a 1-point Scottsbluff lead. 5 minutes left here, first half. Avila on the dribble out front. Goes to Emma Herman, who's back into the Scottsbluff lineup. Krentz with it. One dribble, tries to go baseline to Avila. Kick out Herman for the 3. Back iron, high rebound, tipped around. Finally controlled by Schaub. Lopez, long down court pass on the run out to Kelly Snelling. And Snelling lays it up and in. Gehring with a 1-point lead. 4.5 minutes left in the first half. 15-14. Gehring on top. Krentz out front on the dribble. In the corner, they go to Herman. Try to get it inside. Pass tipped away. Schaub goes to the floor. Ball loose. Picked up by Dunkel. She'll bounce it to Krentz. Will remain at the Scottsbluff end. Krentz, deep 3. Back iron rebound tipped around. Krentz gets it to the glass. Shot blocked by Schaub. Schaub runs it down in the corner. Gehring will have it, leading by 1. 4 minutes left, first half. Lopez ahead, Snelling, wide open 3 for Kelly. Too strong. Dunkel comes down with the rebound. Scottsbluff will come the other way, trailing by 1. Aubrey Krentz, right side against Snelling as she goes to the floor. Step back jumper for Krentz. And Aubrey's first 2 of the game. Scotts Bluff by 1 as we go back and forth. 3:38 left here in the first half. Lopez on the dribble, now takes it center court, bounces down low, finds Baltazar to the basket. Jenna scores it. Her 4th point of the game. Gehring with the lead, 17-16. 3:22 left here in the first half from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here in Sidney, Nebraska. Krentz fouled by Jenna Baltazar on the bump. That'll be the first personal on Jenna. 5th team on Gehring as Kira Aguayo checks in. As Emma Herman checks out, Kira Twombly in for Scotts Bluff. On the toss in, Garcia. Krentz drives right side to the basket and in for Aubrey Krentz. Her 4th point of the game. Scotts Bluff takes the lead back. Gehring looking to answer back. Kira Aguayo, top of the key 3. Bounces around, won't go. Rebound tipped around. Schaub saves it. Kick out goes off the foot of Lopez into the hands of Freeze. And a foul called down low. And that will send Chloe Freeze to the free throw line. And the foul was on Mackenzie Dunkel. She'll pick up her 2nd. 5th team on Scotts Bluff is Chloe Freeze, the 5'9" sophomore, 66% from the line this season. Drains the first one, and we're tied at 18. First points for Chloe Freeze tonight. Emma Foote into the Scotts Bluff lineup, and Kenzie Dunkel will sit down with those 2 personal fouls here. 2:49 left in the first half. Chloe Freeze good on both of those, and Gehring takes the lead back, 19-18. 2:44 left in the first half. Garcia on the dribble drive out front, takes it down low. Foote 15 feet away, count it for Emma Foote, the 5'6" sophomore, just off the bench. Gives Scotts Bluff a 1-point lead. Lopez on the drive, kick out Aguayo. Give it up to Chloe Freeze. Freeze to the paint, puts it up, won't go. Krentz comes down with the rebound. Gives it up to Garcia, long down court pass. Lockemer before Schaub got a hand in there, but they say it went off Scotts Bluff. It'll be Gehring's ball. 2:15 left here in the first half, 20-19. Scotts Bluff on top. Gehring, the home team, in the white uniforms tonight. Scotts Bluff, the road team, in the black uniforms. Lopez into the front court, high post. Baltazar looking. Freeze comes around, pick it back out. Aguayo for a try for a 3 off the glass. Foote comes down with the rebound for Scotts Bluff. They get it ahead to Krentz on the right side. She drives to the basket as Aguayo goes to the floor inside the arc. The shot misses, rebound tipped around. Aguayo picks it up, and she's fouled by Kira Twombly. And that'll be the first on Twombly. Jeff Kelly coming to you from the Logos broadcast booth here tonight. Stopping the Logos, and the guys will custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. There's no job too big or too small for Logos in downtown Gehring. 2019, Scotts Bluff with a 1-point lead. We've gone back and forth here in this second 8 minutes. Gehring has it. Lopez on the dribble, left side, hands to Freeze. Chloe has it. Right back to Page. Page holds. High post shot. Pops out. Down low. Baltazar. Kick out. Lopez. 3-ball left side. Doesn't go. But we'll have a foul on Paige Lopez, and she'll go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. As the foul was on Brady Lockemer, she'll pick up her first. That's the 7th team foul on Scotts Bluff. So Gehring in the bonus for the final minute 23 is Paige Lopez with 3 free throws. Her first points on that one, 58% from the line. So we're tied at 20, 6th tie in the first half of this game. Page 2 for 2. Kelly Snelling back into the Gehring lineup for Aguayo. And Page looking to make it 3 out of 3. Avila back in for the Lady Bearcats, and Page good on all 3 of those. And Gehring takes a 2-point lead with 1:20 left in the first half. Garcia out front on the dribble, the paint into the partially blocked, and her putback blocked. And she'll go to the line and give the foul to Gehring's Olivia Schaub. And that'll put Yada Garcia at the free throw line, and she has been money from the free throw line. She's hit 5 straight. Trying to tie the game at 21. That one rolls off. Lopez long down court pass. Snelling down low to Freeze. Throws it up with the right hand and throws it in. Chloe Freeze with 4. Gehring by 3. 57 seconds left. First half. Yada Garcia, long range 3-pointer. There's Baltazar with another rebound. As Gehring comes the other way. Lopez, right side, goes down low. Baltazar, and she's fouled by Twombly. And for Kiara Twombly, that'll be her second personal. And Aubrey Krentz will come in. Twombly will sit down with those 2 personals. 6-team foul on Scotts Bluff. Macy Boggs checking in for Gehring. As Jenna Baltazar at the line. Second time here in the first half. First one on the way, back iron, misses the front end. Rebound run down by Baltazar, gets it to Snelling for a 3. Too strong, there's Jenna with another rebound. The putback doesn't go, and Jenna will go to the line. Some nice hustle by the all-time rebound leader in Gehring girls basketball, as Jenna had 11 Friday in the loss to North Platte, but overtook Yoda Woods. Foul was on Emma Foote. And Jenna drains that first one. And Gehring with a 4-point lead. Second one as Baltazar lets that one fly. That one's too strong. Garcia comes down with the rebound, 32 seconds left. Gehring by 4. Garcia to the basket, off the glass and in on the leaner. 25-23, 2-point ball game, 20 seconds left. Gehring should hold for the last shot. Boggs right side, bounces down low. Baltazar to the basket, off the front iron. Krentz pulls down the rebound, 9 seconds left. Krentz took it a little bit early off the glass. As coming up the floor, Freeze double dribbles. Thought she had less time than she did and was getting ready to put it up, and looked at the clock and thought she'd get it into the front court. 3 seconds left, stolen away. Boggs at the buzzer, misses everything. And that will end the first half here from Sidney High School. At the end of the first half here from Sidney, it's Gehring 25, Scotts Bluff 23 on the West Coast scoreboard.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scotts Bluff and Gehring, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Halftime here in the second game of these semifinals in the B-8 Subdistrict here from the Cabela's Athletic Facility in Sidney, Nebraska. And Gehring with a 2-point lead, 25-23. Game was tied 3 times in the first quarter. We ended up the first quarter tied at 8. Tied 3 more times in the second quarter as we went back and forth. We were tied at 11 as Scottsbluff jumped out to a 3-point lead, 14-11. Gehring answered right back to make it 14-13, then took a 15-14 lead. Scottsbluff answers back to make it 16-14 as Gehring, they make it 17-16 as we went back and forth. Scottsbluff 18-17. We were tied again at 18. As we went back and forth, Gehring took a 19-18 lead. Scottsbluff makes it 20-19. We were tied at 20. And from that point, Gehring led it 21-20. Scottsbluff cut it to 1. Gehring opened up a 3-point lead at 24-21. They made it as much as 4 as 24-21. And then Scottsbluff answers back to make it 25-23. Scottsbluff trails it by 2 here at halftime. We'll come back with more. Your score at halftime is Gehring 25, Scottsbluff 23 on the West Coast scoreboard.
It's the time of year when
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
When was the last time you were at Teacher's Corner? We're now TC and More. Come see what you've been missing. Clothing, jewelry, flags, home decor, toys, American made. Stop in and see what you've been missing. TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff.
25-23, Gehring leads it by 2 here at halftime in this second semifinal game of this B-8 Subdistrict here from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here at Sidney High School. Let's take a look at the numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. First for Scottsbluff, they were led in scoring in the first half by Yada Garcia, the 5'7" junior, with 11 points in the first half. 4 points at halftime for Aubrey Krentz and Brady Lockemer, and 2 points each for Emma Foote off the bench and Kiera Twombly for Scottsbluff. 2 personal fouls in the first half for Mackenzie Dunkel, Kiera Twombly with 2 fouls. For Gehring, nobody in double figures, but Kelly Snelling leading the way with 6 points. For Gehring, 5 points for Jenna Baltazar in the first half, 4 points for Ariana Mitchell and Chloe Fries here at halftime, 3 points each for Paige Lopez and Olivia Schaub as Gehring leads it by 2, 25-23. We'll come back with more here at halftime, but your score from Sidney, Gehring 25, Scottsbluff 23 on the West Coast scoreboard.
With the new year comes resolutions. Complete your resolution to replace your windows by calling Renewal by Andersen. And right now is your last chance to buy 2019 windows at 2018 prices. Plus, pay nothing until 2020. That's right. You will get 20% off every window and door, plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. And free window diagnosis, free in-home estimate, and free removal and disposal of your old windows. Hurry. This offer ends February 15th. Call 472-2199 to take advantage of this offer before the 2018 prices are gone.
And welcome back to Sidney, Nebraska. Sidney High School, the site of the B-8 Subdistrict. One game already in the books as the number 1 seed Sidney defeated the number 4 seed Alliance, and the final score there was 54-39 in that game. And for Alliance, leading the way was Blythe Bonus with 10 points, and for Sidney, Nicole Berner with 15 points. So the winner of this game will get the number 1 seed in this B-8 Subdistrict, the Sidney Lady Raiders, and that game will tip off at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Once again, right here from the Cabela's Athletic Facility. We'll have that one for you on television and radio, just like this game right now on KNEB.TV, and of course you can listen to it on KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM. But here at halftime, it's Gering 25, Scotts Bluff 23 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hi, this is Brian from Hearst Monument.
My big secret for designing a quality kitchen on a budget is J&K Cabinetry. They have all the great standard features that my clients love. Solid wood doors and frames, soft close doors and drawers, dovetail joinery. The quality is amazing. J&K Cabinetry has 17 beautiful locations, sells directly to designers, contractors, and dealers, and provides plenty of options for a semi-custom look. But the most important thing is having a satisfied client and just seeing how much they love their kitchen. J&K Cabinetry, a new kitchen around you.
ZM Lumber in Scotts Bluff, your local headquarters for J&K Cabinetry.
It's the go-to sports app with the latest news and live scores. Plus, you can watch KNEB.TV and listen to KNEB Sports right in the app. Download the sports app in the Apple or Google Play Store, or go to the KNEB.com under the sports tab, where you can also check out the Elite Physical Therapy live score stream. Foul trouble for Gering. Paige Lopez and Ariana Mitchell with 2. For Gering, as we're about ready to get this second half underway here, as the winner will get Sidney, who is the number 1 seed in this B-8 Subdistrict. And of course, the team with the best record among the teams in the district gets to host the Subdistrict. And next week, next Monday, the boys B-8 Subdistrict will be in Alliance, Nebraska. Those pairings have not come out yet, but I guess that Alliance will be the number 1 seed on the boys' side. Sidney will be the number 4 seed, so switch that around from the girls. And then Scottsbluff and Gering will be either 2 or 3. So kind of the same setup as we have here in this girls B-8 Subdistrict, as we have ready for second half action. And it'll be the starters for Scotts Bluff: Garcia, Twombly, Krentz, Dunkel, and Lockemer. And for Gering, Baltazar, Lopez, Schaub, Mitchell, and Snelling. As we are ready to get this second half underway, Gering will work from left to right. Pass intended for Snelling, tipped away. Aubrey Krentz there to knock it away. So it'll remain at the Gering end. They inbound near sideline. Lopez has it out front. Picked up there by Lockemer on the dribble to the right side. Underhand pass quickly to Baltazar. Ball knocked away. Picked up by Twombly. Scotts Bluff the other way with numbers. Twombly all the way to the basket. Shot partially blocked. Rebound tied up, and the jump ball, the alternating possession, keeps it at the Scottsbluff end as they work from right to left here in this second half. The inbound Twombly baseline left, looking, she'll finally get it in. Krentz has it. Krentz puts it on the floor. Cut off there by Snelling. Quickly to Twombly on the right side. Garcia holds it. Now she'll put it on the floor into the paint. The jumper off the glass around the rim. Won't go. Baltazar pulls down the rebound, has it stolen away, and then she gets it right back. Ahead to Snelling as Kelly gets called for traveling. On to start a drive on Krentz. And the turnover gives it back to Scottsbluff. 25-23, Gehring on top. 7:12 left, third quarter. Scottsbluff on the road, black uniforms, red letters and numbers trimmed in white. Garcia on the wing, bounce down low, Dunkel to the basket, doesn't go. Putback doesn't go, but she was fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line. And Jenna Baltazar picks up her second personal here. First team on Gehring. Kenzie Dunkel will step to the line. First time for Mackenzie here tonight. Looking to tie this game as she drains the first one. First points for Mackenzie come a minute into this third quarter. And a chance for Dunkel, who formerly went to Gehring High School, transferred at the beginning of this school year. Drains both of them, and we're tied at 25. 2 points for Mackenzie Dunkel. Pressure by Scottsbluff, and it's almost turned over. Seventh tie in the ball game. Full court pressure set up by the Lady Bearcats. Get it into Lopez, ahead to Schaub. Schaub looking, right back to Lopez. Page brings it front court. Bounce right side. Snelling kick out. Lopez wide open, three ball. Back iron too strong. Rebound stolen away by Dunkel. Ahead, Lockemer right side. Pass intended for Twombly, intercepted by Gehring. Into the hands of Lopez. Page on the run out, into the paint. Triple team, back to Snelling, wide open three, too strong. Mitchell has it stolen away on the rebound by Twombly. Kara on the push, into the paint, as tries to split defenders, ball tipped away. Lopez will come the other way for Gehring. We're tied at 25. Page drives left side off the glass, too strong. Battle for the rebound and a foul called. And the foul was on Ariana Mitchell. She'll pick up her third. Kelsey Bonsack will come in. Mitchell will take a seat on the Gehring bench. Krentz back in, or check that, Avila into the Scottsbluff lineup for Lockemer. They try to whip it down low to Dunkel. Schaub got a hand on it. It'll remain at the Scottsbluff end. Inbound, toss in looking from Avila, looking, she'll get it into Garcia, quickly to Dunkel. On the wing, back to Krentz for a three ball, counted. Aubrey Krentz, her first three of the night, she's got 7. And Scottsbluff takes a 3-point lead, 5:46 left in the third quarter. Bounce inside, Baltazar turns to the basket off the front iron. Dunkel comes down with the rebound. She'll bring it across for Scottsbluff. Kick it to the right side, Avila, three ball, too strong. Bonsack comes down with the rebound, the outlet intercepted by Garcia. Garcia into the paint, and a blocking foul called on Bonsack. That'll be the first on Bonsack. And the third team foul on Gehring. Twombly to trigger it in for Scottsbluff, looking out on top, finds Garcia. Free throw line extended to Krentz. Aubrey drives left side, back to Twombly. Give it up, Garcia for three. Round the rim, won't fall. Baltazar comes down with the rebound, holding the outlet to Kelly Snelling. Quickly ahead. Schaub inside all alone. Bonsack lays it up and in. Kelsey Bonsack, her first two. Scotts Bluff by one. Garcia driving, has it knocked away. Avila picks it up. High post, Dunkel. McKenzie drives against Bonsack and a jump ball called. Possession arrow gives it to Gehring. And Gehring will have it. Chance to take the lead back. 4:48 left in the third quarter. 28-27, Scotts Bluff leads it. Ahead to Snelling. Kelly up the right side, kicks across court right into the hands of Twombly. Garcia on the push for Scotts Bluff up the right side. Avila for a three, right side, too strong. Dunkel there with the rebound, putback doesn't go, but she was fouled on the shot. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. And let's see, foul was on Jenna Balthazar. That'll be her third. Substitutions ready for Scotts Bluff as Mackenzie Dunkel at the free throw line drains the first one. She's been good from the line in this third quarter and gives Scotts Bluff a 2-point lead. Emma Foote checking in for Scotts Bluff. Second one on the way from McKenzie. 4 for 4 from the free throw line here in this third quarter. Scotts Bluff by 3. 30-27, Snelling at the Gehring end. Driving, foul prior to the shot. And let's see who the foul's on. Only the first team on Scotts Bluff. Emma Foote picks up the personal. That'll be her second. Scott Gehring to trigger inbound. Toss in Lopez, right side. Page on the dribble, cross court, Kelly. Snelling back to Lopez. Page, pull-up jumper in the paint off the glass. Too strong. Dunkel with the rebound, outlet Foot, up the floor, ahead. Lockemer to the basket. She's fouled by Kelly Snelling. She went hard to the floor, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. And for Kelly, only her first personal. Fifth team on Gehring is Brady Lockemer. Will get two shots. 4 points at halftime. Too strong on the first. Here's Kiera Twombly in, and a timeout on the floor taken by Scotts Bluff. A 30-second timeout as we have 4:09 left here in the third quarter. Scotts Bluff leads at 30-27. Stay with us. We'll be right back here tomorrow night as the winner of this game gets Sidney in the B-8 Subdistrict final. That game will be at 6 o'clock. We'll have our pregame starting at 5:45 right here on KNEB 960 AM, 100.3 FM. And of course, we'll be coming to you on KNEB.TV tomorrow night here from the Cabela's Athletic Facility. Sidney getting the win over the number 4 seed Alliance. Alliance, though, jumped out to an 8-0 lead in the first quarter. And Sidney battled back in that one as Lockemer off the glass on the next one, 31-27. Oh, Schaub's pass check that, Mitchell's pass went off her hand kind of awkwardly, just like a knuckleball. It kind of fluttered around and then went out of bounds. Aubrey Krentz into the Scottsbluff lineup for Emma Foote. 4-point lead for Scottsbluff. 3:58 left in the third quarter. Garcia on the right wing, on the dribble, top of the key, Krentz to the left wing. She'll launch the three. She'll drain that one. 10th point of the night. 7-point lead for Scottsbluff. Schaub on the left side is fouled by Lockemer. Check that, it's on Krentz. That'll be the second on her. That'll be the second team on Scottsbluff. Gehring triggers it in, far sideline as they work left to right. Lopez to the right side on the dribble. Cross court, Schaub, Olivia to the paint, kick out, Lopez. Can't use it. Continues on the dribble, bounces high post, Baltazar. Kick out, Schaub. Beyond the arc, holding, back inside, Baltazar. And 3 seconds to call. In the lane too long is Jenna Baltazar. And the turnover gives it back to Scottsbluff. 3:17 left third quarter. 34-27. Scottsbluff on top by 7. Scottsbluff right to left as Garcia brings it front court. Right side on the wing with the right-handed dribble. Back to Krentz. She'll launch with the quick trigger on the 3 that goes off the top of the backboard and falls through, but waved the basket off. Quick trigger by Aubrey Krentz. It's Gehring's ball as Scottsbluff sets up full court pressure. They bounce it into Lopez. Page on the dribble through the Scottsbluff defense. Bounces left side, Ariana Mitchell. Layup too strong. Scottsbluff will come the other way. Garcia to the free throw line. Takes a jumper, blocked by Schaub. Into the hands of Ariana Mitchell. And Gehring will come the other way. Lopez, far sideline, 2:40 left, third quarter. Page to the basket with the right hand. Shot doesn't go as Lopez goes to the floor, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. As the foul was on Brady Lockemer. Be Gehring's ball. Third team foul on Scottsbluff. Kelly triggers it in. Schaub holds the ball above her head, right side. Cross-court pass as Dunkel got a hand in there. Loose ball picked up by Balter. Dumped down low. Mitchell, shot blocked from behind, but Mitchell will go to the line as the foul was on Scottsbluff's Mackenzie Dunkel. That'll be the third on her, fourth team on Scottsbluff. Mitchell shooting 57% from the line this season. Hits the first one. Mackenzie will sit down with those 3 personal fouls. Emma Herman back into the Scottsbluff lineup. Second one on the way from Mitchell. Bounces too high. Herman comes down with the rebound, tied up, and the possession arrow gives it to Scottsbluff. Emma Herman, the 6-foot junior. So Scottsbluff has it, leading by 6. 2:20 left, third quarter. Garcia wide open, top of the key 3, front iron. There's Ariana Mitchell. Comes down with it. Lopez quickly ahead. Snelling went off her hands, off the hand of Garcia. And it'll be Scottsbluff's ball, and an ill-advised pass there for Gehring. Scottsbluff has it. And near the 2-minute mark here, third quarter. Garcia on the dribble drive, pull up from 10, count it. Garcia with 13. 36-28, and a timeout on the floor taken by Steve Land. 1:53 left here in the third quarter. Scottsbluff 36, Gehring 28 on the West Coast scoreboard.
My big secret for designing a quality kitchen on a budget is J&K Cabinetry. They have all the great standard features that my clients love. Solid wood doors and frames, soft close doors and drawers, dovetail joinery. The quality is amazing. J&K Cabinetry has 17 beautiful locations, sells directly to designers, contractors, and dealers, and provides plenty of options for a semi-custom look. But the most important thing is having a satisfied client and just seeing how much they love their kitchen. J&K Cabinetry, a new kitchen around you.
ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your local headquarters for J&K Cabinetry.
a 13-3 third quarter for Scotts Bluff to this point. We've got a minute 53 left. Gehring has it. Now they drop back on the pressure. It's Lopez. Walks it into the front court, should be picked up there by Avila. High post, Baltazar looks baseline, not there. Underhand toss, Schaub to the basket off the glass, too strong as Baltazar can't corral a rebound. Garcia pulls it down ahead. Twombly on the run out, the layup will drop for Kiera Twombly. She's got 4, and Scotts Bluff with a 10-point lead with a minute 23 left in the third quarter. High post, Baltazar. Left side, Schaub, 3-ball, too strong. Krentz there with the rebound, loses the handle, saves from going out of bounds to Schaub. Get it down low to Lopez, can't corral it, and as it goes out of bounds, Garcia couldn't save it. So it'll remain with Gehring at their end. Largest lead of the night for either team. Baltazar to trigger it in. Lobs it out on top, finds Kelly Snelling. Right back to Baltazar. Triple team, tries to kick it out, nobody there. Snelling will have to run it down near sideline. On the dribble, gets a high screen from Baltazar. Jenna gives it up to Lopez. Underneath a minute. Baltazar has it. Free throw line jumper. Off the back iron. Krentz pulls it down. Outlet pass, Avila. Far sideline. Scotts Bluff right to left. Right side, Twombly has it, 38 seconds left. Garcia wide open for a 3, count it. Garcia with 16 points, and Scotts Bluff's opened up a 41-28 lead. 25 seconds left. Snelling tries to get it inside Baltazar, kick out back to Kelly, pull up jumper right side. Front iron, long rebound, Garcia, 16 seconds left. To Twombly, back to Garcia, layup, rolls around and falls. Garcia back-to-back baskets, 18 points, 43-28, 3 seconds left. Lopez, her shot partially blocked at the buzzer. Twombly off the glass, no good, and that ends the third quarter. At the end of 3, Scotts Bluff 43, Gehring 28 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gehring.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
They outscore Gehring 20-3 in the third quarter. Lopez, Bonsack, Schaub, Freeze, and Mitchell on the floor for Gehring. They go inside to Bonsack to the basket. Doesn't go, but Kelsey draws the foul. For Scotts Bluff, Lockemer, Krentz, Twombly, Dunkel, and Garcia. 15 foul on Scotts Bluff. As the foul was on, Yada Garcia picks up her first. Bonsack off on the first one. Kelsey 2 points in that third quarter. Hits the second one. She's got 3. 43-29. Scotts Bluff with a comfortable, check that, 30-43, a comfortable 13-point lead for the Lady Bearcats. Garcia, right wing on the dribble, bounces down low, Dunkel to the basket, blocked from behind by Ariana Mitchell, and she throws the outlet pass away. Intended for Lopez. So it'll stay at the Scotts Bluff end. Flombley calls out play number 2 to trigger it in. Baseline right. The Scottsbluff offensive end, lob it out on top. Garcia looks at the 3, gives it high post. Dunkel. Underhand pass back to Garcia. Pull up from 15, bounces around and bounces in. 20 points, Yada Garcia. 15-point Scottsbluff lead. Freeze driving. Misses the layup as Garcia comes down with the rebound. The possession arrow gives it to Scottsbluff. 7:12 left in the game. Scottsbluff by 15. Garcia into the front court, dribbles right side on the wing. Picked up there by Schaub. She'll get a screen from Dunkel, can't take the 3. Back to Krentz with that quick trigger. Step back, she'll put it up. Miss off the front iron, goes to the floor, and she took a shot. She remains on the floor. Gehring with numbers. Bonsek at the other end, can't convert on the layup. Krentz remains down at the Scottsbluff offensive end, and I think she took one in the nose, as either in the nose or the mouth, as trainer James Buck comes out to attend to Aubrey Krentz. No foul called there. And see, Aubrey will walk off. A little blood as Mariah Avila into the Scottsbluff lineup is Snelling quickly in for Gehring for Schaub. Chloe Freeze in. Kelsey Bonsek will take a seat on the bench. Scottsbluff by 15. Stay with us before our runs a post-game show. We'll look at the numbers brought to you by Arby's and name our Taco John's player of the game. Garcia for 3. Count it. 23 for Yada. 18 points, Scottsbluff lead. Snelling, cross court, throws it away as the pass thrown in between Chloe Freeze and Paige Lopez. And Gehring digging themselves a deep hole. Garcia on the dribble drive as Snelling goes to floor, stolen away by Lopez. Paige on the push into the paint, bounce to the right side, layup by Chloe Freeze, up and good, and she's fouled. And she'll go to the line with 6 minutes, 15 seconds left. 16 foul on Scottsbluff, as the foul was on Mariah Avila for the Lady Bearcats. That'll be her second, as Chloe Freeze makes it 33-48. Chloe with 7. Garcia brings it front court for Scottsbluff. Takes it into the paint. Kick out Avila. Back outside. Dunkel for a 3 ball. Too strong. Lockhammer there with the rebound. Knocked away from her. Gehring has it. They'll come the other way with 5:49 left. Trailing by 15. Out front. Dunkel harasses. Snelling gets a turnover to Lockhammer. She'll give it up to Garcia. To Lockhammer. Snelling gets a hand in there. They'll say it went off Scottsbluff. And Gehring will come the other way. Lopez. Picked up there by Lockhammer. She brings in the Gehring offensive end. Gehring left to right. Now on the dribble drive, right side. Kick out. Snelling, top of the key 3. Kelly misses that one. Scottsbluff will come the other way. Ahead, Dunkel driving right side of the basket, off the glass, doesn't go. McKenzie draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Ariana Mitchell picks up her 4th personal. 6 on Gehring. Kenzie Dunkel, 14 points last time these teams met up. Misses the first one. 12 points for Dunkel and the win over McCook Friday night. Not a lot of turnaround time. Both these teams played Friday. Had the weekend to work on stuff. McKenzie with 5 in the game. 48-33, Scottsbluff leading it as we near the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Lopez quickly ahead. Freeze, underhand on the weave to Snelling. Back to Lopez, 3-ball off the back iron. Rebound tipped around. Mitchell runs it down for Gehring. Kick out, Freeze for 3 off the near iron. She gets it right back, top of the key. Snelling for the 3-ball. That one misses the mark as Baltazar, who's back into the Gehring lineup, commits the personal foul. So we'll walk to the Scottsbluff end. And Jenna with her 4th personal. So on the Scottsbluff end, Aubrey Krentz in for Brady Lockemer. As Mackenzie Dunkel, who was just at the free throw line, misses that one on the front end as Scottsbluff in the bonus. 4:38 left in the game. Lopez on the dribble drive to the paint. Kick left side, underhand, back to Freeze. Looking, tries to go down low, whips the pass through the hands of Snelling. And another turnover for Gehring. It'll be Scottsbluff's ball, leading comfortably by 15. 4:25 left. The winner gets Sidney tomorrow night. Game time 6 o'clock. Will be on the air at 5:45 from the Cabela's Athletic Facility here in Sidney, Nebraska. Also have that one for you on KNEB.TV. Scottsbluff works it around the outside of the arc. Garcia with it between the circle, left side pass. Krentz gets a screen from Garcia, can't use it. Back to Twombly. 3:55 left in the game. Scottsbluff content to work some time. Twombly holds. Back to Aubrey Krentz. Snelling there. Tough man-to-man all over the court by Scottsbluff. In the corner, Krentz glances off the near rim. Dunkel rebound, put back, and she's fouled. Put back doesn't go, but Mackenzie Dunkel, the former Gehring Bulldog, will step to the line with 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the game. Foul was on Kelly Snelling. She'll pick up her second, 8th team on the Bulldogs. Third meeting between Scottsbluff and Gehring. Previous 2 have gone to Scottsbluff. Dunkel hits that one, 49-33, Scottsbluff. Second one off the mark. Rebound comes down, Chloe Freeze ahead. Paige Lopez. Paige driving right side, cut off. Back out to Freeze, into the paint, to the basket, off the glass with the right hand. Chloe Freeze scores it. She's got 9. 49-35 as foul called. As Garcia will step to the line. And Kelly Snelling picks up her 3rd personal. Yada Garcia, 23 points tonight, make it 24. And the Scottsbluff lead back to 15 points at 50-35 with 3:12 left in the game. Garcia good on both of those. 25 points for Yada Garcia. 51-35 Scottsbluff. Balthazar out on top, gives it to Snelling, drives right side of the basket. She's knocked to the floor and she took one in the nose. And she remains down on the floor. And now that'll bring Steve Land off of the Gehring bench. And James Buck will come over from the Scottsbluff bench to check on Kelly Snelling. We've already had Brady Lockemer go out of the game as Snelling remains down on the baseline to the right of the Gehring basket. As she took a shot in the nose with 3 minutes and 1 second left. as we said, we'll be right back here tomorrow night for the B-8 Subdistrict Championship game, as Sidney will take on the winner of this one, as Snelling sitting up now. And she'll be helped to her feet. And looking at her, reaching up into her mouth. I don't know if she must have taken a shot in the mouth. The foul was on Aubrey Krentz. She picks up her third, and that'll bring Macy Boggs into the Gehring lineup, as Kelly will go to the bench with 3 minutes, 1 second left. And Macy Boggs will shoot the free throws for Kelly Snelling. Macy 32%, or check that, 50% from the line this season. Misses the front end. Twombly comes down with the rebound. Scottsbluff will come the other way. Krentz dribbles him on the dribble to the right side, pulls it out. Scottsbluff will run some more time. Playing keep away with it as Callie Wright's checked into the game. 3 ball for Scottsbluff. Jasmine Howard hits that as Lopez can't score it. Baltazar rebound putback. 54-35, Scottsbluff. And substitutions, Morgan Mickey into the Scottsbluff lineup. Twombly and Krentz will take a seat on the bench for Scottsbluff. Second team players in, Izzy Wright in, as driving to the basket, Baltazar shot off. Outlet pass comes to Avila as we near the 2-minute mark here in this contest. Left side, dump it inside. They try to go down low to Avila. She's tied up by Baltazar, and the possession arrow keeps it at the Scottsbluff end. Izzy Wright gets it in. 3 ball, Callie Wright comes up short. Baltazar with the rebound. Jenna ahead to Lopez. We're underneath 2 minutes. Baltazar to the basket, puts it up and rattles around, won't go in. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Keep it at the Gehring end. Yada Garcia, Taylon Holton, and I believe it'll be Olivia Taylor into the game. Gehring to have it with 1:52 left. Inbounds pass comes Lopez. Page drives baseline, right side, kicks it to Boggs, stolen away by Scottsbluff. Garcia has it. She'll bring it into the front court, get it ahead. Howard, 3 ball on the way, too strong. Rebound picked up by Scottsbluff. They try to go down low, loose ball on the floor. And this time on the alternating possession, it'll go over to Gehring, and a timeout taken by Scottsbluff. 1:31 left in the game. Scottsbluff 54, Gehring 35 on the West Coast scoreboard.
We can't warn you that karma is very real, but we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
A 19-point lead for Scottsbluff. with 1:31 left. Scottsbluff leads it 54-35. Gehring with the ball. Taylor Philbrick into the game. Kelsey Bonsack, Aspen Shields in along with Aguayo. Second team players in for both sides. As Gehring will inbound it. Kiera Aguayo. Now she'll give it. Aspen Shields will trigger it in near sideline. Looking. Now she finally gets it in, finds Philbrick. Back to Boggs. Macy on the dribble, right wing. Has it, takes it center court, back to Shields to Philbrick. As we near the 1 minute mark, down low, Bonsack turns around in the paint, can't score it. Holton pulls down the rebound. Outlet, Callie Wright brings it up the floor. Gets it ahead to Jasmine Howard. Underneath a minute, 50 seconds left. Callie Wright holds it. Scottsbluff working it from right to left. Izzy Wright, high pass as Howard pulls it down for Scottsbluff. 36 seconds left. So Scottsbluff will move on to take on Sidney tomorrow night in the B-8 Subdistrict Championship game. We'll have that for you pregame, 5:45 tip-off at 6 o'clock. 24 seconds left. Scottsbluff continues to work it around the outside of the arc, playing keep away from Gehring. They go down low, all alone at the basket. Taylor Holton lays it up and in. 56-35, 4 seconds left. Gehring will see their season come to an end at 9-11. As the buzzer sounds, and your final score, Scottsbluff 56, Gehring 35 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gehring.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
It's final as Scottsbluff defeats Gehring for the 3rd time this season. Your final score, 56-35, Scottsbluff. First half of this game went back and forth as the game was tied 3 times in the first quarter. We ended the first quarter tied at 8. Into the second quarter, it was tied 3 times. It went back and forth with neither team able to mount much more than a 1-point lead in that second quarter. But Gehring at halftime held a 2-point lead, 25-23. Third quarter, really the difference though. We were tied at 25, but from that point on, Scottsbluff opened up a 3-point lead. They went on a 13-3 run to lead 36-28 late in the third quarter, as Scottsbluff outscores Gehring in the third quarter 20-3. They lead at the end of 3, 43-28. Into the fourth quarter, Scottsbluff made the lead as large as 19 points at 54-35, and they come away with a 56-35 win over Gehring, as Gehring's season ends at 9-11, and Scottsbluff will play for the B-8 Subdistrict Championship with a record of 11-10. as they defeat Gering here tonight 56-35. We'll have more on the post-game show. It's catered by Runza Restaurants, proud sponsor of Gering High School. Runza makes it all better. 56-35, Scottsbluff wins it on the West Coast scoreboard.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Facility here at Sidney High School. It'll be Sidney and Scotts Bluff for the B-8 Subdistrict Final tomorrow night here at 6 o'clock. We'll have the pregame starting at 5:45 here on KNEB 960 AM, 100.3 FM. We'll also have it for you on KNEB.TV as the final 56-35. Time to look at the numbers, brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. First for Scotts Bluff as they go to 11-10 on the season. They were led in scoring tonight. Yada Garcia, 25 points for her tonight. She has 11 at halftime, adds 14 in the second half. She ends with 25. Double figures tonight for Aubrey Krentz. She has 10 in the game, 6 in the second half. 6 points tonight for Mackenzie Dunkel, 5 for Brady Lockemer. 2 points for Emma Foote and for Taylon Holton, and 4 points tonight for Kiera Twombly. On the Gering side of the ledger, nobody in double figures, but leading the way tonight, Chloe Fries with 9 points. Kelly Snelling and Ariana Mitchell playing in their final game, 6 points apiece. Jenna Baltazar with 5 points as she plays her final game. 3 points for Kelsey Bonsack. Olivia Schaub in her final game with 3 points tonight. And Paige Lopez ends tonight with 3 points as she plays in her final high school basketball game. 5 seniors on the Gering roster tonight for Scotts Bluff. 3 seniors for them here tonight. And let's grab Brittany Macias as she here on our post game. Just like Friday, the third quarter, really the difference in this ball game.
Yes.
Tell me about the third quarter.
Yep, we just couldn't get shots to fall in and out. We crashed boards, put them back up, in and out, and they broke away from us in the third quarter.
What was a very close game in the first half of this game? What were you doing in the first half?
We're just being tough. We're trying to attack the basket, trying to minimize all the different threats that Scottsbluff has, and we did a pretty good job at that in the first half. And they didn't hit shots as well in the first half. In the second half, they started to come on fire, and we couldn't quite respond in the same way. We just couldn't get shots to fall.
What was said in the locker room at halftime tonight?
That we knew we'd have to battle, and we need to battle 4 quarters. That's been our goal for a while. Get all 4 quarters, put them all together, because we have that potential, we have that ability. Just haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, it just seemed like things got way out of control in the fourth quarter, but you got a lot of people into the game. These Scottsbluff Gering games, a lot of emotion by both teams, and it seems like everybody's just trying their hardest on both sides, and sometimes that seems to me be more of a detriment than it does to be an advantage in a game like this.
Yep, sometimes the emotions get high, and it's hard to keep focus and control in the midst of all that.
So this team, not the way you want to end the season on a 3-game losing streak.
No.
you look at those last 3 games, what things can you point to that went wrong? What things can you point to that maybe were positives?
Well, we just had some breakdowns in executing plays at key times. And then we got a little desperate, started to throw things away here and there, throw up shots, throw passes all over the place, and yeah, broke down that way.
The end of the year, I had you at 9-11 on the year. What kind of positives did you take away from this season?
Well, as a coach that was here last year, working with them, I was freshman coach last year, but I got to see a lot. I've seen a lot of improvement in this whole team. Just better understanding of the game, better defense, better execution, more discipline in what they're doing. So, a lot of improvement.
I've talked with Steve Land about this. You lose the 5 seniors, but you've got some very talented kids coming back for next year.
Yeah.
Talk about those kids coming back.
Next year's team will probably be a very different team, not as big and tall. We had some solid posts this year and some great ball handlers in the guards too. So next year's team will look a lot different, and we're kind of still hashing that out. Probably a run and gun type team. So.
What kind of a bar does someone like a Jenna Baltazar put up when she's in double figures about every night with rebounds? She sets the record. That's going to be hard to match next year.
That will be really hard to match. Yep, that's some shoes we're going to have to fill with multiple players probably.
All right. Well, we appreciate you stopping by. A tough one, a tough way to finish out the season tonight, but a good season for you.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Brittany Macias joins us here on our post-game show as Gering goes down to defeat 56-35 to Scottsbluff. They end their season at 9-11. Scottsbluff moves on. They're above the 500 mark at 11-10. And they will take on Sidney tomorrow night in the B-8 Subdistrict Championship game. We'll come back with more as we recap the scoring, but we'll come back with more as the post-game show catered by Runza, proud sponsor of Gering High School. Runza makes it all better. Your final score, Scottsbluff 56, Gering 35 on the West Coast scoreboard.
We've asked these mathematicians to compute the number of options in
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Back here on the Runza post-game show, Gering goes down to defeat to Scottsbluff for the 3rd time this season, 56-35 your final score. Gering will end the season at 9-11. They ended on a 3-game losing streak, and they say goodbye to 5 seniors: Paige Lopez, Olivia Schaub, Kelly Snelling, Ariana Mitchell, and Jenna Baltazar. Scottsbluff will take on Sidney tomorrow night for the B-8 Subdistrict Championship as Scottsbluff goes in with a record of 11-10. In their last 5 games, they go to 3-2 in their last 5 games. So it'll be Scottsbluff and Sidney, the number 1 and 2 seeds in this B-8 Subdistrict. And we will come back and name our players of the game, brought to you by Taco John's. But once again, well, let's quick hold on as David Bolish getting ready to make his way over here, and we'll grab him on the Runza post-game show. A tough first half. This game went back and forth. Was it kind of what you expected in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Land does a great job with those kids. A lot of seniors in the program right there for Gering. They're led by Paige. She's a tremendous competitor. We knew that they were going to play hard, and we knew they were going to play to win. We knew they wanted some revenge, and so that is kind of what I expected. And we've had traditionally a tough time scoring here, so that really wasn't that much of a surprise. But I think I was really actually pleased with how we played defense. 23 points and a half, we usually kind of score big but also allow a lot of points. And so, I thought that was a better job by us, particularly in the first quarter, of keeping it to 8. And, just not forcing ourselves into a situation where we're down 15, down 10, down 14, and then we got to start climbing. I thought they did a good job of responding at halftime down 2.
I was going to say that the third quarter was the difference. You outscore them. What they have it, let me see here, 20-3.
Yeah.
That was really the difference. What did you say in the locker room at halftime?
I wasn't in there very long. It's what we call power talk. I just said, we've got to quit pouting about the offensive side of things. You played great defense. That's the type of team we want to be. That's the type of team I want to coach. So snap out of it and, commit to defense, and you're going to make offensive plays. And so that was the gist of the message.
Really, you get in there in the third quarter, the game, you tied at 25. From then on, you really never looked back, and you just kept building on it in the fourth quarter. Would you have to put that as one of the best performances your team's had in the second half this year?
I think it's one of the best jobs we've done of finishing a game and not letting someone off the hook. And I just think that's maturity for our kids, having got some wins, having been in that situation before. So, I really like that. I would say that's close. Our Rapid City Central win on the road against that AA school up there, in overtime, that was probably our best one. But this is right up there. Just the way we finished, being able to get all of our kids in there. Great job, and just so happy for Yada Garcia. She's earned that. She's a workhorse. We put a tremendous amount of pressure on her shoulders, and the message to the kids in the locker room about her and was just, Yada just broke the points in the season record. Krentz broke the three-pointers in a game. She broke the points in a game record, and it's because they've committed to an unbelievable amount of time in the gym. They have worked so hard at it. Those two were in my classroom in September watching the district final game. We're going to come watch film. We're going to face this. We're going to deal with this. And then they're in getting up shots, and they put in 58-minute workouts in the summer 2 times a week. They have worked for it, and they have earned it. So I told them both, I'm glad they weren't easy, but I'm glad you got them.
Doesn't get any easier tomorrow night. You've got the number 1 seed in this tournament, one of the top-ranked teams in Class B this season. How do you attack them?
Yeah, we just have to commit to grinding for the duration of the game. I don't think we had our best showing against them the first time. I don't think we grinded as well as we can. We've played some unbelievably talented teams. The Cheyenne East team we play, the Rapid City Stevens teams we play great teams, and we just want to make it a basketball game. It's like I told Trevor, my dad always says, sometimes the ball bounces funny ways, but sometimes it bounces yours. So if we can commit to the grind and force both sides that have to make plays, I like our opportunities.
All right, it'll be a good one tomorrow night, the B-8 District Final. Coach, we appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, David Balish stops by here on the Runza post-game show as Scottsbluff defeats Gering 56-35. We'll come back, wrap things up as the post-game show catered by Runza, a proud sponsor of Gering High School, runs Scottsbluff and Gering High School. Runza makes it all better, and 56-35. Scotts Bluff on the West Coast scoreboard.
Taco John's presents Olay Today Pep Talks. Okay.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
We've been an ALA customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and ALLO.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed. It was a game changer.
ALLO came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew ALLO is the company that I wanted to stick with.
Cabela's athletic facility And now time for our Player of the Game. The Player of the Game brought to you by Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering. Make Taco John's a game day tradition by unwrapping the original before or after every game. Our Taco John's Player of the Game for Scottsbluff, Yada Garcia, 25 points for her tonight. And as you heard, she sets a scoring record for Scottsbluff tonight. On the Gering side, the 5'9 sophomore Chloe Free, she ends the game leading all Gering scorers with 9 points. Well, that'll wrap things up here tonight. We'll be right back here tomorrow night from the Cabela's Athletic Facility. Pre-game at 5:45. We'll tip it at 6 o'clock. The number 1 seed, Sidney, the number 2 seed, Scottsbluff, for the B-8 Subdistrict Championship. Thanks for all the help back at the KNEB studios. Olivia back there tonight. Thanks to the KNEB.TV crew, TJ and the crew. Another good job by them tonight. So we'll talk to you tomorrow night from right back here at Sidney. Until then, I'm Jeff Kelly. Good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital.
Didn't, but I did see her on TV doing the presenting, and man, she was great.
I retired my red lipstick 'cause you said you didn't like it. I didn't wear my high heel shoes 'cause I couldn't be taller than you. I didn't want to lose my friends, but now it's hard to even find what you wanted. Ain't it? It's what you wanted. I thought I miss you when it ended.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you temperature